Hey everyone, welcome to Tactical Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping. We've got several things we're going to be talking about here, and all related to winter. So, how's everybody doing out there? All right. Again, StreamYard, I'm not sure if it's StreamYard or whether it's just my internet or maybe it's my cheap computer I got from Costco over here is acting up. The beginning thing was always sputtering on me. So before I go into everything else here, I want to say hi to everybody. Let's go up and check the comments to see who came in first here. Gear Grinding 19 was in first, followed by Howie from Food Forest Permaculture, who just said boo and slid out of here. Then we have Idaho Garden Girl came in, Moon over Miami. Alicia is here. And scrolling down, Tammy Ecker is here. And CR from north of the border. All right. Oh, Tammy says, I'm going to throw this one up here. Currently 45 degrees in Louisiana. We do not usually have these temps this early in the year. Yeah. Up here, it's weird. Is last year at this time we had already had a couple snowstorms, and we're just getting our freezes now, our frosts and stuff, and it's still, projected out for at least 10 days to be no snow. I think, unless they changed. Let me take a quick look here again. And Sunday has a chance of rain and snow before 9 a.m. Sunday night has a chance of rain and snow. Monday has a chance of rain and snow in the morning. And Monday night has a chance of rain and snow. Tuesday is mostly sunny with a high near 44. So that's what's coming up this weekend for me. So I guess they moved that up here a little bit. All right, let's go back saying hi to everybody here. We have Wendy at Hardknack Farms. Brian with Froze. Brian with Lexio Vacations here. It's Brother Donnie, Prep for Eternity Homestead. How's it going? And Kaylin Strain is in the house. Kathy D from Salt and Light. What else we got here? Scrolling down. Everybody's saying hi. I love it. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Denise, Green Granny 2 is here. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie. Good to have you here. And Passamaquoddy is in the house. Stacy G is here. Mary Beth Smith is here. And it's going to jump on me here as I get near the bottom here. Yeah, there it jumped. Oh, it jumped a bunch. Okay, Stacy G, I got that. Weber Homestead, how you doing? And everyone's talking. Good. And let's see. Yeah, I love it. Everybody's just chit-chat. Suburban Hillbilly just came in, or at least on my thing here. Howie's back. Where to begin Homestead? Hey, Janice. And, I'm at the bottom there. All right, so this is going to be a lot of information, folks. So I'm cramming what normally I would have broken out into one here to try to, because it's before the beginning of the season. There's certain important things I want to get out to you and some information I came across recently I want to impart to you guys that's important with some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about here. So let's slide over here to the slideshow. All right, so and tonight's topic is, yes, I did things out of order. Winter power and heat loss. And with what's going on, some of the projections that were out there is that we were supposed to have a not quite as cold winter here in the Northwest, but because it wasn't quite so cold, wasn't in the minus degree, below zero range, we'd get more snow. Because when it's below zero, we don't get as much snow because everything freezes before it gets to us. And all thing acres, how's it going? So anyways, so I want to get some information out here. If you get more snow, there's a better chance of more trees coming down. More trees come down, better chance of taking out a power line. All right. And Yeah. So it doesn't matter what how good you maintain the road. If the trees on the side of the road come down, you got trouble. Now, the other part about this is you can be driving along and all the lights go out. You still have the lights on your car, but everywhere else is dark. Hey, farmer's son prepping, welcome. And yeah, so even though you can see lights and everything else and all the trucks and everything else, when you get home, it may be black. Oh, wrong button, sorry. My hand slipped here. Now, this is kind of hard to see. This was taken with a flash. So you see it caught all the snowflakes and everything else in the air there. And all the houses are dark. It looks like a couple of street lights down in the next block down might be working, but the ones up here aren't working. So power outages can be, not for the whole city. It can be a block or two. It could be a small neighborhood. It could be more. So your choices. If you're without power, and this is the important part here, you can go with generators. And up in the upper left here, we have the inverter generators, which are the little quiet ones. Usually these go, around, 23, 1800. You may find some of these that are upwards of 3,000 watts or 36, and that's the highest that I've seen them. They may be making more, but these are the super quiet ones. They're really good on fuel, but 24, 32, 36 is the max wattage you can get out of it. Then down below here, you got the heavier duty ones, the noisier one, 4,000 watts, 6,000 watts, 8,000 watts. And then you got the big monsters there on the right, the whole house generator system that when power goes up automatically kicks in, and that costs an arm and a leg and your firstborn. And Glenn's here. How's the garden? Good to see you. And so whatever you're thinking about, if you're thinking about generator power, there's a lot of things to think about. And I froze. A lot of things to think about going in the winter, and that is, what do you need to keep running? Wintertime, you don't have to worry about AC, so you don't need to worry about 220 in the wintertime, or 240 or whatever you want to call it. Now, you can 110, 120 is the basic what you're going to need, and it's about how many watts you need. Refrigerator. If you have a gas stove, most gas stoves nowadays have an electric spark lighter on it, so you need some electricity for that. If you have an electric stove, then you're screwed because you're going to need a 240 generator to power that. And clothes dryer, same thing if it's a gas or electric. Those things you worry about. Hey, clothes dryer in the wintertime, you just hang the clothes up and let them dry in the house. Because I know here the humidity drops because of the cold outside freezes all the moisture out there, and so it doesn't. Hang on, I just got saw in the chat here. I want to throw this up here. A whole house generator really had it installed for less than 12,000. They already had a 1,000-gallon propane tank, and the next comment says, and that was filled. So you got to figure out what you need to use. Here in this house, this is an all-electric house. However, I don't use the furnace. I don't have an electric. I have an electric furnace. It doesn't come on. Got a wood-burning stove. I also got some of those new heat fans. You put it on there as it heats up. The fans power themselves. So that's that. But I have a refrigerator freezer, a chest freezer here, and a chest freezer out in the shop. Well, the one out in the shop, if the temperature is below freezing, I don't worry too much about that one. The only thing that bothers me right now is the hot water heater. So, that's kind of, hey, it's just like, hey, I can go a couple days without taking a shower if I need to. I got plenty of diaper wipes we've stocked up on when when the grandkids were in diapers still, so I can do a diaper wipe shower. Hey, Brenda, Duncan in 1900 Homestead. So when it comes to these, there's another thing. There's the other thing you got to worry about especially for the ones on the left. Is it a gasoline or diesel generator, and do you have the fuel for it? Now, I did a video a while back. It's been about a year or so now, and it's one of my big ones that he keeps getting hits on it all the time, about my tri-fuel generator. Runs on gasoline, runs on propane, and runs on natural gas. So, but it's still around, it's like one of the ones down here in the bottom left there. It's it's noisy. So the other thing here, let me get to the next one, is to consider is solar. Now there are so many solar power stations. They call them generators. They are not generators. They are a battery bank with a built-in inverter and a charge controller. It is a power station. And some of them, like the one on the left here, you can plug it in and it stays charged. It maintains its charge. And then when the power goes out, you can plug stuff into it and use it if you're expecting short power outages. You can have solar panels to charge it up, But and the ones on the right there, it's a bunch of solar panels, has the brackets. You can buy kits like that, the whole system, and you got your charge controllers, you got your batteries, you got your inverters, and everything else that you need for it. This is my friend Ben Gilmore. He lives about half a mile away from me here. He does reviews on solar generators. He buys them all, tests them, and shows what's the good, bad, and the ugly on them. So, yeah. And thing is, things are changing so fast. He's having to put out more videos. It's probably about every week he's got to put out a video on a new unit that's come out that has more bells and whistles and does more things than ever before. But so that's something you all have to decide for yourself. Sit down as a family and decide, what you can get and what you need and what you don't need. Now, those in apartments, you can't use. Let me go back here. Hang on, I almost went the wrong way. Apartments, like the EcoFlow here on the left. That's a good one for someone in an apartment. They plug it in, and when the power goes out, they have power for a while. And that way, and they also come with expandable battery packs for them as well. Yeah, and what made me remember this was Kaylin. She's in an apartment, but she can't mount the solar panels permanently, but she can put them out outside, try to pick up some light off her deck off there. All right, so let's go back here. There we go. All right, now the next thing is staying warm, because most people don't realize that if you have a furnace, whether it's gas or propane or electric, if power goes out, natural gas or propane furnace, he has an electric ignition system on it, and it has an electric blower on it. So you got to be able to provide that with so many watts of power to keep going. Hey, Bob. Oh, an MT Coiner. Hey, guys. All right. Those that are, and Laura. Hey, Laura, how's it going? It looks like a bunch of them are coming over from Skinner Farms. He had a live stream going on. And so if you have natural gas or propane heat and you don't have a wood-burning stove, you're at a disadvantage if the power goes out. My daughter across the street, they got a brand new 95% efficient gas furnace. The electrical system, the breaker on it only requires a 20 amp breaker to run it, and which means you could probably, it doesn't take a full 20 amps or 2,400 watts. So you can get by with a lot less on it. But thank you, Janice, for reminding everybody. Please, thumbs up. All right, let me stop that banner going across the bottom. Okay. And so my daughter across the street with her brand new furnace and stuff is putting in a wood burning stove into their house because, if the power goes out here, she wants to be able to heat the house and have it as their backup power. But like for me, it's my primary heat. I have a wood burning stove. That's what I heat the house with. And it starts snowing here. I don't have my wood stored outside. I have it stored in the shop, but a lot of people have it stored outside. Some people put tarps over it, and I've seen the people have tarps over it. We get some pretty nasty winds around here. I've seen it rip those tarps right off their wood pile, and then it snows. So now they got wet wood. So you need to have a backup to the wood as well, because you get a wood pile that's been plastered with snow and stuff. It's going to be hard to get the fire going. The Mr. Buddy heaters. Yes. And I have one of those right here. See, I got my Mr. Buddy right here. And I have a bunch of the little propane tanks for it. However, these suckers are getting insanely expensive. And so, what can you do? Hey, Mr. Heater sells an adapter hose. They also sell the fuel filter, and you can run it off of the 5-gallon, the 7.5-gallon, the 10-gallon, the 15-gallon tank. So the 5-gallon is a 20-pound bottle, 30-pound bottle, 40-pound bottle, etc. So you can run it off of it. Now, this is something I learned. Very important, folks. Found out. If you buy a generic adapter hose to hook up from your propane tank to the Mr. Buddy, a lot of the generic hoses that are out there, they use oil in the processing of the rubber and making the hose. What does that mean? That means that as you're using it, it starts froze. It starts that oil that's in the rubber starts coming out of the rubber and starts going along, and it'll plug up and kill your portable heaters like the Mr. Buddy. And so some of them, Mr. Buddy or Mr. Heater says, get one of the filters here. And wait a minute, hang on, let me change this. And yes, I got one here, and I got it when prices dropped this last spring going into summer. So I got one of these for mine because I also have the propane tanks. But I do have the new Mr. Buddy hose on it, which is made without the oil. But I also have some other ones which are made with the oil. So if you're going to be using one of these type of ceramic heaters, whether it's Mr. Heater or one of the other ones, you need to get the filter for it. And the prices haven't started jumping up yet, but I expect to be jumping up any second now. Very easy to go on. Where the tank here, I'll show mine too. Where the bottle attaches, that's where you put the filter in. All right. Now, someone used to say that the filter was because the tanks, the propane tanks would get rusty. You don't want rust going up in there. That's a small problem. Mr. Heater themselves have said the problems have always been oil, that they've come across the oil in the systems. And someone returned one under warranty. It's because they were using the aftermarket hoses and didn't use a filter to keep the oil out. Now, you got to change. If you're using the heater a lot, you're going to want to change out the filter every year. If you use it once in a while, like once a week, you'll probably last a year or two. Or maybe 3 years, depending on how much you use it. So yeah, there's the filter I got. Now, some people have gone and they got the bigger tanks outside and they put them together and they got the the regulator on it, and then they run the hose through the wall. They seal up everything to run it. These hoses are not Mr. Heater hoses. They are the ones processed with that use oil in the processing of them. So you will need a filter before it gets to your ceramic heater, where, like I said, with a Mr. Heater or one of the other ones out there. And someone asked me when I was talking to him about this a couple weeks ago on the side, and they said, well, is it solid plumbing? We're not using hoses. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit here now. There is, for camping, they have these what are called propane trees, and you usually put a lantern on the top. Okay, but go to the next slide here. You can also put hoses on them. Unless you're using a Mr. Heater hose, you're definitely going to want to have a filter for it. And I have one of these things where I can if I had two Mr. Heaters, I could run two of them off of it. But still, unless you got the proper hose, that's it's not all rubbers that not neoprene, but it's so it's the stuff one that the Mr. Heater uses for theirs. You're going to need to have the filters on it. But this is the mini or the little buddy, and these are two different guys that have done it on theirs. The one got the adapter from it looks like 3/8 or 1/2 inch pipe to the fitting that's a small fitting that you have on the top of your green propane cans. These things, the fitting that's on the top up here, and you can buy those out in a lot of places, sporting goods stores and stuff, and they have the adapter down below, and they just made their own little brackets there for different ones. However, if you're going to use one of these, you can just use the tree. You can buy one of these trees, and instead of screwing it on there, you attach the tree to your propane tank, and you screw this right on top. No hose, no need for a filter. Now, with the little buddy here, I'm not sure if it has the same oxygen sensor shutoff that the regular Mr. Heater Buddy that I have here has. If the oxygen has an oxygen sensor, so if oxygen in the room drops too low, it turns off. All right. One from Mr. Heater. Yes, I have some of these that are older, before Mr. Heater was around, made by a different company. Same thing. You do not want to use these in your house all the time. Now, when I was doing some construction on the house in California on the one room, no heater out there. Yeah, I had one going in there. It's on one of my videos and stuff, but I also had a carbon monoxide sensor, an O2 sensor, and a carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and O2 sensor going. So if there was any problems, those things would start squealing, and I know I had to turn it off. But never did, because that room was leaky and had fresh air coming in. So they got singles, they got doubles, they got triples on these things. So these are more of a thing for a shop or a garage, which is really drafty, and you get a constant changeover of air. But you want to have your carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detector, all the combination things, and use those. And that's not quite. This here is a combination carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and oxygen sensor. So it tells you you check what the levels are. And that's that. And with that, I'm going to throw the comments here. That in here. All right, so there's, for those that want to come on up here, come on up. Hey, Tim Fergal's here. Arc Living is here. Carpenter Self-Reliance is in the house. Skinner Farms is here. I missed a bunch of it when I was away. And who else did I miss here going through here? Okay, So anybody I miss saying hi to, hello. And you don't have to make a comment if you're just lurking. That's fine. But, hey, it'd be nice if you just say, hey, I'm just going to be lurking, and here's Bob.
There we go. No, not lurking here.
Nope, you're here. Yeah, and so, Bob, you're in a nice insulated garage now.
Uh-huh. It's all finished. It's nice.
Are the garage doors themselves insulated?
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Laura.
Hello.
Did Laura? How's that stinky dog's booty?
Yeah.
Have to get kicked out of this room.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had the last dog I had was a combination black lab and golden retriever mix. Not a purebred. It was a bit of a mutt, but it was, and that was, I got her probably about 6 months after the first Star Wars movie came out.
That's a long time.
And about a year and a half later, she got run over by somebody speeding down the street doing 65 in a 25 zone.
Aww.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Hey, garden, Glenn.
Yeah. So, but that was the last dog. I had dogs all growing up, but that was the last dog I had. I was going to get another one until my cousin got some St. Bernards. Oh man!
Really?
You want to talk about dropping a bomb?
My goodness.
Yeah. But yes, I understand what you're saying about your dog causing problems for you there earlier on Skinner's live stream.
Yeah, and he still is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty used to that kind of thing, so it's okay. Yeah. But
Bob,
it's just
is there a natural gas outlet in that garage?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's got gas heat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if the garage itself was heated, but Reed at Manifestations of Imagination gave me the link for a propane blue flame oxygen censored indoor heater. That you can either mount it permanently and plumb it permanently, or you have it with a stand on it and have the tank. Well, when I was looking at it, they also make it for natural gas too.
Oh, that's
nice,
cool.
Nice.
So it's a blue flame, no vent needed,
cool.
and it has an oxygen sensor on it, so it shuts off if oxygen levels drop on you.
Sweet, wow. Sweet.
And so I was thinking about you and your garage there, Bob.
Thank you for thinking about that.
And Laura, the blue flame one that's propane, tiny house.
Yeah.
That carbon monoxide and oxygen sensor setups on them is great. Hey, Nicole, Chaffee, and Weber Homestead. I'm not sure who all I've said hi. I keep new names come popping in. Glad to have everybody on here.
The fishes.
Hey, Carol. Now, one of the things to consider, I know for everyone that doesn't know, Laura has bought a property in Tennessee. They're getting a house built back there.
Yeah.
It's going to be propane, right? Propane heat and stuff plus wood.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah. Definitely going to have wood fire. One or two firewood stoves in there.
Probably one. Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And so, but as backup, and here's Lewis is trying to come in too. Picture's not popping up yet.
Hello, Idaho.
He's still trying. So, for Laura, her backup, your primary is probably going to be the wood stove, right? Because you got acres and acres of wood.
Yeah, we do. But I don't know if we'll get the wood stove in right away. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking, you'll have propane because you'll have propane for your gas range. You're going to get propane range, not electric.
Yeah.
And probably get a propane water heater.
Mm-hmm.
The tankless propane water heaters are very efficient now.
Yes. And we
And
love
probably going to get
Yeah.
propane dryer, not electric dryer.
We're hoping to, yes.
Yeah. So wood would be your great backup to make your propane last longer during the winter.
Yes, that's true.
That way you can you have a fire going and during the daytime, and your furnace only comes on at night for a little bit if you even need it to.
Yep. Well, my mother-in-law is going to live with us, so she gets cold when she feels a little wind of any kind. So.
Yeah. So I mean, for you having you have your main propane heater furnace, you'll have wood backup, and then of course what would work good for her room, just to keep her from getting cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is what Sean in Alaska heats his trailer with, and he runs it off the 5-gallon tank there and has the filter on it.
Oh.
Okay, we got Brian coming in, and Lewis is trying to come back. Lewis is having problems with his internet.
Yeah.
And Robert's here.
Hey, Lewis.
Homestead Aquarius, and can I say hi to Tim? Tim Fergal, someone else here in Idaho's here, and Q is in the house.
Hey, Alicia.
Thank you.
And the Kraken has come in.
Hey, fishes.
And,
Brian, I don't know what I've done, but
you just run me off. I know what you did.
I was trying to comment on here, and I hit something, and it went to the StreamYard main page or whatever you call it. And I was like,
"Yeah,
hey, where'd everybody go?"
Yeah, we took the hint. We shut down.
They all came over here.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I got a phone call today that was kind of important, and I was in somebody's live, and I didn't come back. So I'm like just gone. Where'd you go? I don't know.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Darn those aliens.
Yeah.
I do that. I just kick back in the chair here, and next thing you know, I do it right all the time.
He will fall asleep and snore in your lives. So just.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. We're talking about Skinner over here.
Mm-hmm. That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
So, Josh, I'm looking in the background. That's an electric water heater.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got an electric water heater. It's for what it is, and as old as this, it's the one. It was efficient when they put it in. Now they have the new ones that have the electric coil.
I'm trying.
For the electric elements in it, plus they have the what's it called? The basically draws heat from the air, and so it takes the ambient air and heats the water a little bit from that. Mm-hmm. Which since I'm on wood stove to heat the house, it's I'm just converting that heat from the wood stove into the hot water. And that's what, if we replace, if we don't go with, don't get the natural gas put in, that's what if we have to replace this hot water heater. My wife and I have talked about, we want to get the new finangled ones that draw the air in and stuff on it.
Oh yeah.
The heat exchanger. Yes, the heat exchanger. Thank you, Kaylin. I was having an old man brain fart.
That one's 7 years old now. It was new when I bought the farm, and I got the wood stove. Wood furnace here, and so it helps keep the pipes warm. But I'm sure it doesn't pull any heat off of anything else. But if I do have to, I will find that though. If I have to replace this one, that's what will go in here. I can guarantee you that right now. That or I'll put me in an outdoor burner. That's what I really like to do when I'm outside with burners in.
We did a tankless in our old house, and we won't go back to a regular. I mean, this thing is okay, but I mean, it's a rental house, but tankless is the way to go. If you
I've wanted to do that several times, but I've had the the people tell me, "Oh no, we know people that did it," and they went and took them back out and put the regular tank in.
Oh no!
If they
As long
get-
as you
if you
get the
get the wrong-
circulator put on, it's really nice.
You don't even need the circulator. If you have the right unit,
Hmm.
it's good.
Yeah.
Across the street, that's the one good thing about the house across the street. They'd put in a tankless down there.
Hmm.
They've gotten a good one in there, and it's natural gas, and it's instant hot water
All the
and
time, as
all
long
the
as you
time,
want.
and it doesn't use that much gas.
My husband used to fill up the hot tub with the tankless hot water
Wow.
heater.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a gas hot water tank, and then I have a wall heater that runs off the gas that's for emergency. But
Hmm.
other than that, I'm all electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Brandon owned this house, the city got the gas installed, the gas line goes right up the street here, and they said, "Hey, you want us to run it over there? Install the meter, but it'll be have the plugs in it, so until you get gas put in." He goes, "Oh no, I don't need that."
Oh man.
Yes, because there wasn't any charge at the time because they had a contract with the city to do it. Now it's
Right.
I got to pay for them to dig, run it across, and do all the trench work and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
because you
one
want the natural, because propane is a little spendier, but
Yeah,
not too much. But
and so once we get when we finally get around, I know we're going to do it because my wife is going to suddenly realize how much I'm spending on firewood, even though I've told her several times. And if the electricity here starts going higher, she's going to want to pull that electric hot water heater and the
Mhm.
electric clothes dryer and put gas in,
yeah,
because across the street the bill was insane over there until I for the electric stove and the electric clothes dryer, and I ran the gas into the kitchen,
Yeah.
pulled out that stove, put in a gas stove that I picked up from one of the repair shops that repair stuff, where people get, they want to upgrade and they get the old ones and they go through and make sure everything's still working
Right.
good. So I got one of those, got a dryer the same way, and the electric bill went, and the increase of the gas bill was negligible compared
Yeah.
to the drop in the electric.
right. Yeah, see, we already have an electric dryer because of being here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll probably stick with that until this dies because it's new. And then we'll move on.
Just make sure your house, when they do it, they have both the
Hey, Glenn.
20 for the electric, but they also have the gas outlet there.
Hmm. Yeah,
So that, so
exactly.
you're ready to go.
Exactly. Yeah. No, we'll do that for sure. We weren't born yesterday.
Good. Yeah. Let's crack and saying self-evacuating solar water heaters. Cool. That's what a lot of the people in California had gone to, and more are going to it now. Is the electric heat exchange, not electric, the heat exchange from solar heated system. So basically, you got your solar heaters up there,
Yeah.
a couple of solar panels to power the 12-volt pump to circulate the water around. So your hot water heater in the house is zero expense monthly. You guys have the one-time thing of installing it. And so that's what a lot of them are going to, because the price of electricity in California, it's like we joke about Pacific Gas and Electric. They got more masks bandanas and guns than the gangsters ever did.
Wow. Hey,
Don't
LG.
encourage her, Gil.
Hey, LG.
Encourage who?
Read the chat, Laura.
Thanks, everyone. Where to go?
Q. Damn, I forgot. She's still in the basement over at the other house. Q, are you hungry? Is there any food left for you?
She's eating all the popsicles.
Everything. Damn it, you got a key. You can leave if you want. You know, you got Wi-Fi.
I think Janice still has that video of you running around in yoga pants, Skinner.
Do what?
Meetup. Janice still has that video of you running around in yoga pants.
I didn't know she was live.
Yep.
Oh no!
I would have gone live just for that.
I didn't care. I mean, obviously, you were
you
there.
didn't care
I
because you probably had a little something something
your monkey shit.
like everybody else there.
I come walking out the door, busting out the door like I own the place,
Yep.
and said something like, "If you're going to dress like that, you better do something big because." Good thing I can get beat up down there.
It's the thing about old GIs. We don't get ashamed too much about that kind of stuff. I mean, it doesn't bother me, man. Gang showers and all that stuff. I could, if I wouldn't get arrested, I could be in the summer day walking down the street with nothing on it. It doesn't bother me. You know, I won't do that, but you know.
There were some comments that night. Come here closer. Pull your shirt up. That ain't happening.
Dance like Britney Spears or something, huh?
I don't know whose video is going where. No.
Did you come out of there like a wrecking ball?
Yes.
That's cool.
They're coming like a wrecking ball.
So Seth, Green 13, the 13th man, is from north of the border.
Cosmic.
Alicia's from north of the border. CR's from north of the border.
So, wait. Q just abandoned my basement to go to the Cosmics for fresh, healthy food. Gang showers? Yeah, we're talking like basic training and stuff like that. Yeah.
Who else in the side chat here is from north of the border?
That was quick.
Which border?
North of who's from Canada?
Turned on my phone.
Oh,
Good to
Too
see
good
you
to come
guys.
to my life.
I'm originally from north
I
of the
couldn't.
border.
I had the nurse there, Josh.
Cosmic cultivators.
Okay,
Okay, they can come in. Social dilemma is here. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, social.
All righty. So,
I'm gonna look this up.
yeah.
Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
So
Now the only
Born in Burlington,
What?
Ontario, Canada.
Okay, we got How to Begin, and we got Carol, and Robert's from not quite all. And Robert's in what? He's not in Florida, but he's down south.
I'm
So
from
you know,
Ontario.
those don't need to have to worry too much about dying of frostbite in their homes this winter.
sorry, we're
Yeah.
discussing doctor stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Kraken.
Yeah, he's from
There's no border of Mexico. The Kraken's down in New Mexico, if I remember right. And yeah, they got We're not going to get into that much more than that here.
London, Ontario.
Oh, Social Dilemmas, London, Ontario. Okay, so we have a lot of cool friends from north of the border in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Lewis is from north of the border too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this applied to me being in Florida. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you're in Florida. Glenn's in Florida. Not sure
Carol's
who
in the
else is
Wang.
down there that enjoys nice warm weather in the wintertime.
I'm in the wing of America.
Do you like my halo? What do you think of that? My halo?
Yes, it's lovely halo you have. You just have to make sure that nobody mistakes you for Lady Liberty. You might have some people following you around.
No, that'd be a little too drag for me. You know.
That would be a
Citrus,
drag.
California, and wait, where to go?
Hurricane fishes.
Colorado.
So far north, the Canadian goose has already flown away south. Where
Yeah.
Oh, they're gone. Wow.
Were you close to the hurricane fishes?
Hmm?
Were you
No.
close? No. Okay.
Chat
It was on
is
the other
flying
side,
here
right?
now.
Oh, okay. My
Uh,
mom was
Duncan's
down
in
there.
Missouri.
Escaped north when it came.
Mm-hmm. I've
Lazy
done that.
Acres in North Carolina. Everyone's shouting out where they're at. I know
Get a little place in
Kaylin's
here.
in Iowa.
And Q bailed out of my basement. She's going to go live with the Cosmics.
And I'm just
Can
going
you
back
believe
quick
that?
looking to see where everybody's from.
Wow,
Yeah, everyone's
hot
getting
Memphis sounds
stuff
wonderful.
going on there.
Billy. You read Billy's comment. What the heck?
LG is 76 and in a heated blanket. My
Yeah,
God,
but however, it
I'd be
works a
sweating
lot
like
like
a pig.
hot wet diaper.
Billy.
I think I'll pass on the geotherm, Billy, after reading that.
Be right back.
Hey, Gil, I
Maybe
don't know
your
if you
geotherm
mentioned,
should have been deeper.
Homestead's in 27 degrees right now. That's like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
That's so wrong for Alabama.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Someone else was saying that that there's they had a video. Was it Ben Davidson or someone else was showing a path there? You go.
There you go.
Yes, I think it was Ben Davidson on one of his afternoon ones. He's been doing some afternoon videos lately, showing this. He goes, this area here is going to get nailed with a cold snap, and it's happening.
I'm here in Seattle up north, and it's 57 here. What the heck?
It's the east side of the Rocky Mountains,
Oh, wow.
going down through Nebraska, Oklahoma, and heading on down to northern Louisiana and into Georgia and the Carolinas are supposed to get hammered with some really cold weather for about a week or so.
Yeah, storms. I read your comment
Gil.
here that I should get a new victim. I've been working on Shakira to come down to my basement. Shakira.
Put this up here. Don't need that.
My wife sent me a text a little
Gil,
bit ago.
I
And she
don't
says,
Hey, Duncan.
You're breaking up really bad, Lewis.
failures.
For eternity, like that
Okay.
means.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad, Lewis.
"This
Yeah,
is my wife sent me a text.
Eternity
This
is
is
Brother Donnie.
This is
Oh, yeah,
Shakira.
that's right.
Me love you long time." And I said, "Woohoo! Bring it."
Nice
Hey,
to
Brother
meet you,
Donnie.
Donnie.
Good to see you. I always forget that's your new channel name. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Isn't
East
it?
of the Rock, keep that cold weather east of the Rockies, man. That's
Yeah.
okay. Just keep it there. Just keep it there. In Georgia, 28 degrees in Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, that area
It's
going down
crazy.
through there is going to get it's going to be a
It's going to
nasty
be
snap.
cold tonight here. I took off the hose and we're supposed to
Yeah.
be running the water and doing
Yeah.
all that stuff.
All right, I'm pulling up my 2-week forecast here from weather.com, and all right, tomorrow night.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
We just went
Kaylin's
on
it's,
Sunday.
Tomorrow night
Kaylin, it's colder than Seattle.
Yeah. It warms back up. Thursday and Friday gets up to low, gets 39 and 44 respectively. Saturday's down to 29. Sunday's down to 24. Monday's 24. Tuesday's 26. Wednesday's 26. Thursday's 26. Friday's 28. Saturday the 29th is 29. And 29 and so we're the freezing temperature for eastern Idaho
Wow.
has settled in here for a little bit. This is what's called first winter. It lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, and all of a sudden we'll get last summer. We will get a hot week there, and it'll be back up into the highs will be back up into the upper 70s for about a week, and then we get third fall.
Crazy. The lowest
so-
we're getting is 64 this week. That's it. They say on Thursday. That's it.
The lowest we're doing this week is
All right, Alicia.
29.
Night, Alicia.
Night, Alicia.
Good
My
night,
poor
Alicia.
husband's got to sleep in that truck in this cold weather.
Mhm.
Ooh. Well, those trucks are pretty comfortable, though, aren't they? Or
Yeah.
I'm sure they must be
Yeah.
insulated and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
He's got to run the truck all night.
Mm.
But those diesels, well, kind of made for that.
Yeah. I know when I was working for Mountain Cascade Construction, they had a couple of the trucks, the fuel trucks, and a couple of long haul trucks, of hauling equipment, set up. The ones that had sleepers on them were set up with a throttle adjuster. So basically, it would idle for about a half hour, then it would rev up a little bit, and then go back down a little bit.
That's
So
what
it
his
doesn't-
does too.
Yeah.
But it just got out of the shop because they didn't put some kind of adapter in it that you can run that stuff without letting the truck idle. So the truck is not supposed to idle all the time.
Yeah,
And
it's
so-
called diesel wash on the system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so that's happened already, and it just got out of the
Yeah. Yeah, that's because diesel wash will kill a diesel engine. Basically, it does because it's not running; it's idling slow.
Mhm.
The diesel doesn't burn all the way, so you get diesel buildup, and it washes all the oil off the cylinder wall.
Mhm.
And that kills an engine. So that's why they rev it up so it burns it clean. Every 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and then it just revs it up for a little bit and back down again.
Somebody needs to change their smoke detector.
Beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah. So already, if anybody's going thinking of on the Farmer's Almanac, either one of them being correct for this winter, it's already wrong all across the United States.
Oh wow.
This winter, starting with the fall going in, is already cattywampus. We're getting cold in some areas, warmer in other areas, and
It's not even winter yet.
it's not even winter yet. No.
Yeah, not officially winter. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we still have another. Let's see here, 2 months and 4 days before winter starts.
Hmm.
And so, but
Winter starts here like September.
Yeah.
yes, somebody posted a from on Facebook for I think it was Life in Blackfoot, the county seat, and it was about it. And I'm gonna see if I can find it here real quick here, the meme on it here. It was perfect for around here, and it's not showing up. They're doing everything else is popped in there, but basically it says Mother Nature, you can't do all 4 seasons in 1 week.
Yeah.
And it is Idaho. Here, hold my potato.
Come here to Seattle, you'll see it all in one day.
Yeah, that's
you know?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I commented back. It's like, wait a minute, we've had it all
Oops.
because we've already. Someone said they already had
Need
snow
some
up by Alpine. They had snow, and we had 78-degree weather, and it's going to be freezing tonight.
That's crazy.
I believe it. Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, yesterday it was in the 70s. Today it was like, I forget what it
What's
was.
the difference between an ice pellet and hail?
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
I would think that an ice pellet
Smaller?
is smaller. Yeah, I mean it's like small hail.
Okay.
I
just don't know. We
either
don't.
that or
Gotta
it's
get
just
real.
Sleet is also called ice pellets, it says.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Hail, can get a lot bigger and be harder.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about hail. Oh,
Mhm.
Lord have mercy. Stay away from
Yeah.
that stuff, man.
Yeah. We even get
Oh,
hail down here
we get that
sometimes.
too.
Rare, but we do.
Yeah, our high today was 54 degrees.
It's about like it was here, I think.
Why not, South Green? They would blame us, so I guess so.
That old song from South Park. Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got to share this one. I got to share this one for you. All right, let me get it back in here. Present, share
Okay.
screen, share screen. Here we go. Here it comes, folks. And now for the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah. Throwing out the poo.
Yeah.
Prepare
Ain't
your
that the truth?
spreader.
Oh,
I think the only news I watched at all this week, or maybe longer, was it's particularly smoky from the forest fires, and you can smell it now. It's all the cars are covered in ash, and it was like,
I don't
just-
miss that, I tell you.
yeah, it's
In Oregon and
nasty, Laura.
Washington, when the
It's
fires would come.
nasty.
I mean, the winter time is when it's the fire time here, and there's really, I mean, we've had a couple fires that
Mhm.
you notice some smoke, but it's not like there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad here, Laura. That's why I just yesterday, I think I went on Seattle News, and there's still a bunch of wildfires up in the Cascades right now.
Yeah.
They're like I said a little while ago, those Cascade Mountains are just like this, and it's almost impossible
Well,
to
those
get
pines
a
grow
crew.
burn so quickly because of
They
the
do.
pitch and the,
Mm,
you know.
yeah.
I would say, having worked for the federal government, some of our different branches are pretty idiotic. I mean, the great nuisance, Governor Gavin Newsom of California, the great nuisance. Yeah, he is. His brain was working the way Captain Crazy's was back when I worked for DHS, because he tried pulling some stuff and I almost arrested him.
Is he from Canada?
Gavin Newsom?
I
No.
believe you.
I think he's Fidel's son.
No. I was
Along
talking
with the one from
about the guy
Canada.
that said that
Oh, sorry.
our head of,
Yeah. The 13th man, yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's pretty darn bad too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm going to throw it up here. So the terms we like to use is libtards and demon rats.
Or Sparkle Pants.
Particular one.
Sparkle
Are you
Pants.
talking about Skinner again?
No, those are yoga pants, honey. Get it? No, you got to give the man some
Jalen
credit.
should make that a short.
That's a pair of cojones
Yes,
to put on,
she
to put on
should.
yoga
That
pants.
would be so funny.
Just keep
No, sorry.
replaying it with him going back. and forth.
Q, I'm sorry to hear that is so bad over there. Q's on the other side of the Cascades from me.
Mm.
Like,
Sorry, Q.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys I used to work with before he retired 10 years before I did from federal government. He was the one I first heard saying when I first started, he would go around, stupid libtards. I go, what the hell's a libtard? And he goes,
he froze.
He froze.
sorry. Yeah, I froze. I said, what's a libtard? And he goes, like, liberal retard.
Mhm.
I go, hey, you're being bad to all the people that have mental disability. And he goes, okay, I'll stop saying it.
Yeah, my old friend of
And
mine,
he
he
was
used to,
like,
he used to call them seagulls because all they do is they fly in, tear everything apart, take a dump, and then fly right out.
And when they come in, they're always going, mine.
Everything's theirs, exactly.
What's better,
Mhm.
Q? Lib turd. I like that one.
Lip
Libtard.
turds. Yeah.
Libtard, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. But that's disrespectful to everybody that's part of the poop troop.
Kaylin says there's sparkle socks. Okay. Sorry.
Sparkle
socks.
I thought you were saying snow pants, okay? Creative redundancy. I thought that at first I thought that it was a snowflake.
Lib
Snowflake
turd.
pants?
Oh,
My eyes are going for some reason.
your eyes are going? Yeah.
Yeah, like on this computer lately, my eyes are like, I can't focus.
Yeah.
It's because
That's
you're
what
old.
happens when you get old, fishes.
Oh my.
Hush your mouth.
We're the same age.
That was not. That was not. That was
You're
not a
29.
Stuka dive bomber. That was an A-10 on a strafing run right there.
29
Shots
and holding.
fired.
Shots
I
fired.
love you, fishes. You can
It's
get me
always
that.
taking a green down here. Well, because you're old, you're
I gotta get my
stay
eyes
down there.
tested.
Stay down there.
I
And,
gotta find
fire
something
land
here.
there. Fishes.
Lots of shithawks in Seattle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
Spider.
The
Mhm.
shithawk.
Okay. All right, I'm going to
My
share a
mother-in-law
spider here with
can
you
say
guys.
that. Oh boy, her favorite hawks.
All right, this,
Ooh, the
Is that a stink bug?
don't forget, is a spider.
Yeah.
It's called a cat-faced spider.
Mhm.
And someone's asking, I found this on my door. What do I do? What do I do? They say, don't touch it. It eats bad bugs and bad spiders like the hobo spider.
Oh, okay.
So
And where do
I've
you
seen them around.
find?
I haven't killed any of them. I've seen. I just kind of. I'm not sure what they are. It's like this,
I
but they're
don't kill
spiders.
spiders.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law does. Where do you find this spider?
Night Weber Homestead. I understand.
Good night, Weber Home said.
It does look
Night
like a
Weber.
tick, right, South Green?
This
I
was
thought
this
so.
was
does
on the
look like
door,
one.
their door
Like a
jam.
big tick at first.
Hey,
Yeah.
Steve.
Oh.
Welcome
Hey,
aboard.
appreciate it.
It's back down.
Tomatoes.
So yeah. So it's probably about the size of a quarter
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
And can you imagine
for
if it
the
was
for the
really a
legs
tick
and everything going out to the legs, about the size of a
Yeah.
quarter.
Chunky
Ugh.
monkey.
That's like
Yeah.
a wolf spider here.
It's big.
Yeah.
Of course, he's in
Oh,
the
I
house.
found-
The
I found-
man,
Okay,
the myth,
that
the
thing
pirate.
would eat stink bugs. We would be.
I found one of those little house spiders was living at the bottom of our stairwell. I just leave them. I
Yeah.
leave them alone because man, they stack up the little bugs. Man, they stack them up,
They do.
man. Go for it, brother. You're
Yeah.
cool with me. They don't bother people, but they sure
Mhm.
eat everything else that's in the house.
They eat the bad spiders too, from what we
That's
talked
what I
about
heard.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is Granddaddy Longlegs.
Hey, Moon, how's it
Hey,
going?
Moon. That land crab looks cool. Yeah. Yep. Somebody will fry it up and eat it. Maybe not me, but
Now, I did-
Granddaddy's won't hurt nothing, will they?
I did vacuum out the inside of this garage last few days ago, but overall, spiders and stuff like that, man, they're there for a reason. Leave them alone. As long as they're not toxic, or they, if they don't get on me, live and let live, man. You just go.
Hey, Moon. Sorry. Hey, Pass. I was just saying
They're
how you were
huge.
right about the South getting freezing temps.
So I haven't heard. So far from what Ben Davidson has been saying and several others, this cold snap going forward looks like it's just going to stay east of the Continental Divide. But he's also keeping an eye out for anything happening on the west side, in case Arizona and Southern California get what Texas got a couple of years ago. But right now, you guys can knock on wood. You're not going to get it.
Well, just keep it there. Or
Yeah. What the heck is a solar tornado or something? Passamaquoddy just put it.
Solar tornado. See, I see. She's terrified of spiders. Saying hi to you. Oh, watch out
Yeah,
for
she
the
said watch
solar
out.
tornado. I'm not sure what a solar tornado is.
I don't think I want to find out.
Me either.
not up close anyway. Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is if it's something on the sun where they start getting one of the plasma things that they get us coming up and it throws a bunch of crap out. Yeah.
Steve. Right now, we need to go check our firearms. like for those of us who have them, not that any of us have any of those things.
No.
Vision
No. I
preparedness.
wouldn't
Hey,
keep those in the house. That wouldn't be right.
Oh my gosh.
and vision preparedness. There we go. 36 in Ohio, light snow flurries.
Mm.
Really?
Oh.
Oh Lord, no,
That's
no,
crazy.
no, no,
What
no.
part of Ohio? North, south, east, west, northeast, north, south, whatever. Give
I
us
know.
a general area because we got several people
Dave, we know.
that are from up there. That are up there in Ohio, and most notably Corky, White Family Farm, and Tibor
Mm-hmm.
are up
Yeah,
there
we're
in
just-
Ohio. Central.
dealing
He's in
with
Central.
We're just dealing with the smoke and the ash settling everywhere here in Washington. That's all we've got going on.
Okay. Where is Courtney at? Up there.
She's in New Hampshire.
No, I know she's up in New Hampshire.
She's
But she
in
should
New
be-
Hampshire.
She should be
She's
coming
home
back
from
down.
New Hampshire.
Back down.
Yeah.
Courtney's at home now.
Yeah, she's at home.
Good, because I'm supposed to have her in my live tomorrow.
Yeah.
So she
For an
would,
interview.
Oh,
Oh
so
my
Courtney's
gosh.
not too far
it's
from. Is it
tornado.
Columbus that Courtney's not too far, or is it Akron that Courtney's not too far from?
I don't remember.
I was in a chat last night and my internet started getting wonky. Courtney popped up. I was on the panel. Let me see. I was on the panel. She popped up. My internet started acting up. I bailed. She texted me
Hey, Moon.
and only Courtney words.
Like, what the
To her
heck?
favorite cousin on YouTube.
Why'd you bail?
It was WTF? Where'd you go?
She thought
That
you
was
bailed
the text
because she
message I
popped
got.
up. She's like, what the heck? I came up to say hi to you.
All right. One of the things I wound up with grandsons over here today, and so I didn't get the video. One of the videos made that I want to get made for this channel, and I was going to kick off the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'll probably be kicking it off Thursday
Cool.
on the Midnight Ride. But just so those that know, my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, the first
Can't see it.
I will in a second here. This is what I'm giving away: the $79 version, color version of Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's book. This thing is 30% larger than the 3rd edition version, and this is in color. So you got all the cool stuff. And this is a $79 value. That's the first place prize in my giveaway that I will be putting out the video for. There we go. Thursday night.
Is this better, Laura? I don't.
Oh, that's
Yep.
lovely.
What's that?
Solar tornadoes can blast hot plasma towards Earth.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Ooh, yay! More fun stuff.
My medical
Yes.
book has pop-ups
I
like
did
this,
call
and it
her a
shows.
witch. I can because she's my cousin and she's my favorite cousin on YouTube. Laura, I'll forward you the message. It
Okay.
was
My medical books has pop-ups, and it shows bright red blood spurting, and it says, "Oh yeah, you're screwed." The next page just says, "Do you
I
have
thought
any gold?"
yours would
you have
like
gold
pop up
teeth
with
or,
a nurse in it and a doctor, and then they
Yeah,
would come
yeah,
out and just fix
Oh
it.
yeah, you're screwed.
That'd be awesome.
Can't fix you.
The next page has like, "Do you have any gold teeth?" or "And where is your wallet?" You know.
Lovely.
No, you didn't get that.
Oh,
Never mind. Yeah, no, you got it. Okay, yeah. Mhm.
that sounds like our girl.
I hope she has a good time. Be a good vacation for her and Dustin to get out there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think they're back already, but
Yeah, they're back.
Okay.
They already went. And they're
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
They had a good time.
I didn't disappear. She made me disappear. Q. She's a freaking witch, and she went to Salem and brought back all that magic potion and
Mojo, Gojo, Buju,
And Mojo.
Mojo.
Yep.
I
And
guess
she
it's not
didn't-
Mojo. It's
Voodoo
Voodoo.
Mojo.
And so I
something.
take she didn't
lucky
get
she
burned at
turn
the
into a
stake.
daggum cat like that
Hex.
freaking movie Hocus Pocus.
yeah.
Mhm. She didn't
Yeah.
get burned at the stake in Salem, so that's a good thing.
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, she didn't have any land there that they wanted, so
Oh, is that what it was
Yeah.
about? It was a land grab?
It was land
No.
Y'all seen how pale she is? She don't
She
want
is
to come-
pretty pale. Yeah.
she had to have land for them to do that.
But she is my favorite cousin on YouTube.
And there was a, most of them were like late teens, early 20, and they had to do a strip search on them, checking for marks of the devil before they, yeah.
Oh, what do you know?
I heard
Hmm.
about that. And they had land too. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
I
I
was
got it. I
coming
got
up.
it. Okay.
They drew a mark on them if they had land. They said, hey,
Yeah.
look, she's got a mark.
She's
Yeah.
my
I
favorite
found
cousin,
it.
period.
I found it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
God, history's freaking cruel, man.
It
Okay,
is.
Moon says buffering is, are we buffering or is it, I don't see anybody up here buffering, but so,
I don't
and
either.
on the side, on mine over here, watching
Me too.
YouTube, not buffering there.
Mm. No,
Might
Moon,
be-
I think it's you, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Might
checking
be you.
YouTube. Just go out and come back in.
I saw a great meme about Congress today, or about the White House today. It has the
Yeah.
picture of the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz, and the caption was, "When I was little, I used to watch The Wizard of Oz, and I used to think, how can a person talk without a brain?" And then down below it says, "Today I watched a White House press briefing."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are out near the same area.
Yeah, the
West
EMT,
Coast.
who was that? Buffalo or Billy? Billy said
Amen.
Hey, Barry.
EMT books. One story, my wife came when she was in medical school. She was working a trauma center or ER center, and some guy came walking through the door,
Mhm.
holding his guts, and he says, "Doc, they got me."
Nice. So that's what
And
he
somebody
was
took that was over in the Philippines. Somebody took a knife and slashed his abdomen wide open. And he was holding his entrails inside. Hey, doc, they got, and the dude's up walking around. Like,
Wow.
oh yeah. Hey, doc, they got me. Oh man.
Ugh.
And
You
then yeah.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Saran wrap's your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it back
Yeah.
in.
Mhm.
Oh, you'd be surprised the medical uses for saran wrap to get
Yeah.
you to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, this was one of those situations where he got laid open, and somebody threw him in a tricycle. It's a motorcycle, the sidecar, and ran him right to the ER. And dude got up out of the tricycle, walked right into the building. Hey, doc, they got me.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, I'd want to go back to work the next day.
Yeah, I don't think super
Not-
glue's going to fix that.
Nah, I don't think so.
So something I was
Maybe
talking when I was talking about earlier.
For sure.
I think staples are the key for that one, right?
Mm.
All right. Going back to the original topic, I forgot to check that to show you guys this before, so I'm going to show it now real quick here.
Same, Billy. Ooh.
The prices on the propane fuel filters right now, Ace Hardware, that's the Mr. Heater one, $13.99. At Cabela's, it's $9.99. At Lowe's, it's $12.98. The Mr. Heater hose with regulator or something, but yeah. Amazon. Let's see what Amazon has here.
What are
I
those
missed
for
the
exactly?
Mr. Heater.
Gil?
Yeah, what's the Mr. Heater?
Yeah. 13 for that for the Universal Mr. Heater is 60. Mr. Heater, $12.99. That's this
Okay,
hang on.
Brand.
an adapter. Okay.
This is the fuel filter. Basically, if I want to use something other than this
Mm.
and I want to use the big tank, I got to run a hose to it. And so I put this on here so that any oil from the hoses and stuff from the manufacturing process doesn't ruin my Mr. Heater, which I got on a killer deal. I don't want it right now. It costs like 3 times what I paid for it. But
Okay,
yeah, so
Caleb.
they're on sale right now. Mr. Heater for $12.99 on Amazon, or $9.99 at Cabela's. So if you got a Cabela's nearby, that's where you go and get one right now.
Oh, let me show you something while we're doing show and tell. Be right just a second.
No ladies, Bob. No ladies. Wrong channel.
Right. Going back to the brown ladies.
So, yeah, for those who weren't in here when I was doing it, let me pull it back up here. Where is it here? Really? It's not showing it right here for me. There it is. Had to go in and find it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this is another type of an adapter. You can go from the big bottle of propane down to recharge these. That goes on. It's an
Yes.
adapter. Yeah.
Yes.
That's about $10 on Amazon. And
Yeah. And
I
the
got-
bottles now, they're
Mhm.
like what? They're about like $8-9 now at Walmart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can probably even demonstrate how to use this right now. You know,
Yeah.
if you want. I got a flexible camera, so.
Yeah. One of the things that's best to use those. A lot of them they'll show them with a tank upright, tank
Turn
inverted.
over.
Where,
Yeah.
oh yeah, so you get
Mhm.
liquid going in on it. There's
Yeah.
So
Well,
One
I made a video about this, and all this blah 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 blah, and I said, well, I think it's Bernoulli's law. The pressure is equal and undiminished in all directions. This is not going to explode,
right.
because it's the same amount of pressure in the large tank as it is in the smaller tank.
Yeah.
No matter the size of the vessel, the pressure is still the same. So as long as there's no holes in it.
Oh,
Let me
thanks,
see.
Billy.
All right.
Me-
Everybody can tell Steve that to bite him because he says we have our AC on.
Yeah,
That's true, Steve, just
California.
saying.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. It's
I
actually
know.
blowing a little too much
Let
on me
me-
right now.
Well, it's
show-
57 here. It's 57 here. It's
Give you
not
a
bad.
blast of cold air from Canada.
A gift from
All right.
Canada, huh?
Moving
So,
to where,
these,
LG?
these small bottles, expensive as heck. So you can get the propane tank, the flexible hose, get the one from pay it a little bit more, get the actual one from Mr. Heater and the propane filter, and that's how you hook it up. Drawing, that's how it hooks up. Photograph, and that way, rather than killing off, these at almost $10 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the price of these two, I can fill my 20
That was sweet,
the
man.
20-pound tank up for the price of 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
20-pound tank's like $14 here now.
Kevin, you gotta turn that off. Hey, Aid, what's up?
Hey, Denier.
Missed
Hey.
you. Haven't
Hey.
seen you for a
Oh.
bit.
Hey, Mary Beth.
That was nice, Mary Beth. I stayed with my friend's parents in Vermont, and they forgot that the third floor window was open in 20-degree weather. Oh. You were on the second floor below it.
All right, Bob's going to do it. Let me make Bob big here.
First, he's making
How
us
do you do
dizzy.
that?
I know, Bob. We like your shoes, Bob.
So he's showing us how he hooks that up.
Oh, okay.
He's getting it ready, and
Nice new blue Rhino.
yeah,
Pretty good shape compared to the stuff that they give me for my barbecue.
Bob, we can't see it good enough.
yeah.
No, we got it. I got
I
it
think
now.
he's going to turn it upside down when he goes to actually fill it.
Oh,
Yeah. So right now he's going to put the adapter in.
Now we can't see. I can't see it on my end at all. There you go, Bob.
we
You
go.
got it.
Yeah. So he's going to put the adapter in.
Then he's gonna light a cigarette. No, don't do it.
No fire alarms needed.
Please no.
What's that, Joe?
Hey, Bob, turn on your mic. Turn on your mic.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
like
Joe,
panelist.
how's it going?
Okay, there we
Hey,
go.
Joe. There
Yeah,
we go.
There's the adapter right there.
Okay.
And you just take this bottle needs to be refilled and just thread it into here. You don't need any type of thread tape or anything like that. This just takes a second to do. Thread it in there. The
the
adapter
bottle has a built-in O-ring in it.
the adapter has is about $10 on Amazon. Thread that in there like this.
How the gardens get in the cooler weather, Julie Evans? It's not too bad though. It'll come tomorrow, probably in the next couple days.
Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it upside down. I'll change the camera angle just a little bit.
I guess it's clear flames let you see where the leaks are.
Yeah,
I thought that was.
I just use a lit cigarette to check for leaks. You know.
Now, children, if you're watching, we use bubbly water, soapy water, so it bubbles. Not actual.
Yeah, we call that Snoop. You know. But, all right, now I got to reach in here and underneath here and open the valve.
Safety glass.
Yeah. And if you use the small propane things, this saves you a lot of money in the long run.
It sure does. Yep. And you just sit here and listen to it for just a minute. As soon as you can hear it when it stops flowing.
Oh, that does sound great, Glenn.
Yeah,
so you didn't get as cool as you thought you would. 70's not bad at all.
Yeah, I've seen some people who will go and sit there and weigh it and blah blah blah. You know, it's like, man, come on. Just open the valve. It is all the way open now. Make sure. Yeah, it's all.
Can you fill up the blue ones too?
Probably, as long as it's made for propane. You know. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
You know.
They're propane ones.
Len, what's your low?
And then we'll turn the valve
those little blue ones. Yeah, you can refill them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the valve off, and right now, this is a. Oops.
Could you use the ones you do with paintball guns?
Maybe. I don't know about paintball, but here, there's the valve I was talking about. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got a lot of comments like, you need to weigh it before and weigh it after and refrigerate it and on and on. It's like, why?
No, you don't.
No, I know. That's it. That's how simple it is. And
I mean, that's 20 pound and that's 1 pound or 2, whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to fill it up.
Yeah, it certainly will. I've never had a failure or any problem. Mm-hmm.
Pass McQuarrie.
It was just a little bit of propane leak, and just a tiny bit.
Just like you do taking anything on and off anyways.
Yeah,
you put a propane tank on a gas grill or a Blackstone. I don't have a gas. A gas grill, but my Blackstone, you can hear it. I mean,
that's the adapter for about $10 on Amazon right there. Refilled it, saved myself a bunch of money. Yeah.
Right now, Home Depot has it for $9.16.
Okay. Yeah.
And they got some other ones here. So let me go ahead and take back to.
Okay.
That. But
yes.
Mine's 65, Glenn, supposedly.
So if you got one of those little Mr. Buddy heaters like Gil's got right there, you can recharge the bottle in no time at all. Yeah. There's a tiny bit of gas that escaped, that tiny bit of gap, but it's not really complicated, you know.
Yeah, that amount of gas that escapes off of that is, let me change this. Let's go this way here. Boom, there we go. The amount of gas that escapes off of that is just like if you're connecting a lantern or your cook stove or anything else to a bottle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same.
Now,
it's really
Amazon
simple.
also has it with a flexible hose with a valve on it here, hand valve.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also have this other one, which I'm going to go to it, which looks kind of cool. Or is it? Here it is. This one here, and it has a. So you screw it on, and you have this valve assembly, so you can if you're going to do multiples at one time, you just put this on there, and you fill up a bunch of them just by using the hand valve there to fill it up.
And then this is how I handle it. I keep this as a thread protector, just in case damage your threads. And then I take the adapter, and I just put it right there. Done. Presto bingo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was trying to see if they had it on here. They actually have some kits as well on, all the different little different ones you can use, but they actually had a kit one. They're not showing it here where it has a stand for the tank, so you can turn over in a stand, and you're not confined by the small space there to turn it on and off. But like this one here, you turn it over with this one here on it, and it sticks out. And then some of the other ones here are like some of these other ones. They got the hose adapter for it, so you can just turn it on and off and be flexible on it. And go back to there we go.
I've got the adapters like that Bob has at work, so I can just pick one up there. I mean,
yeah. We've got we got quite a few of these in my prep gear, and I got this big bottle also, so we're good.
Now, my friend that I showed when I had the slideshow going earlier, Ben Gilmore over here, his house is propane, and he had one of the big tanks delivered there. And what he had made sure they delivered has what's called a wet leg. And I'll show you that here in a second here. Videos. Where is it? It wasn't. There we go. And it's got an ad, so I'm going to wait here for a second on it. Skip ads and take it to the right spot. All right, so where are we going? We're going to do this one here. So Ben has his tank, and on his tank, it has a hose adapter. Let me see if I can find it here, the right spot here. Okay, so it has two of these things on it, and with this one here, he has in is what it shows in the picture over here. It goes down to the bottom, so it pulls from the bottom of it up and out, and then he can refill his 5-gallon or 20-pound or the 30-pound barbecue ones off of it. It takes a bit longer because it doesn't have the pump on it, but he has the video there showing. Here we go, showing how it hooks up. So he's got the tube going down into the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
And he just pulls off of that. Now at Scout Camp, we were tied. Our wet leg was tied off the bottom valve here, so they had a flexible hose off the bottom valve. For the other one actually had a flexible hose off the bottom valve going to a little electric pump, so you could pump it out like you do at the gas stations. It pumps it into it, so it speeds up the process. So if you got a propane tank, you can you can talk to the people about getting an electric pump or just a wet leg put on it to take care of that. So it's one way to take care of filling up your big tanks, and then from your big tank you can fill your small ones.
That's very cool. Did we clarify? Oh, sorry. Did we clarify if aid was meaning bad as in good or bad as in bad?
Ungrateful President did a review that was several months ago, and it's bad. It's bad, a bad bit of kit. I'm not sure on that.
Can you clarify aid if you're not playing one of your video games?
Oh,
What?
she sniped Aid.
I love Aid. He plays video games. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So's Devil Dog. Devil Dog will be playing video games sometimes.
Okay. So yeah, there's I'm gonna throw that if you guys want to watch that video that Ben Gilmore had, there's the link. I put it in there. What he has at his house. And that's one of the things that my wife was talking about. Even if we get natural gas, she's thinking about wanting to get 1,000-gallon propane tank off the back of the shop for emergencies.
Why not? If you got the space and the, if you could, why not? You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
it is a good
I mean, if you
idea.
can afford one, go for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
I don't know
really
if it's up
expensive.
there,
My
but-
husband's pricing them.
Yeah.
What's a ballpark for those things, Laura? Do you know? Or
Well, you can rent them,
Mhm.
but like $4,000 for
Okay.
1,000.
Okay.
So here they used to be to buy a tank from someone. It was about $1 a gallon. So if you bought 1,000-gallon tank, it cost you $1,000.
Hmm.
But then to fill it, I don't know what it costs anymore because I haven't had propane in so long. It's ridiculous.
I'd have to give up some of my Chica girlfriend money, but I could do that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I had to do, Bob. I mean,
And I'm thinking about if she's into that, I'm thinking about just going ahead and getting the tank set up for the
Yeah.
shop and put a propane heater in the shop.
Why not? Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not? Mhm.
Cool.
well,
Of course,
I'm gonna take,
before I put the propane heater in the shop, I got to finish insulating the shop first.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I get it.
Buying a 1,000-gallon tank is really
Hey,
hard to
looking,
find
Rachel.
Yeah.
well,
to
bet.
buy.
Well,
They're
the
fun,
gas
easy to
company
find to
just
rent, but
like set their tank and you just pay for the gas.
mm-hmm.
And you
Well, you
rent
don't have
it
to
for
buy
what,
it.
like $10 a month or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But if you
Right,
buy your own
so-
tank, then they got to come out and inspect it because it's got to be within so many
Mhm.
years old and all that
Well, that-
garbage.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, because if I buy a tank, it's going to be brand new from them.
Uh-huh. Mhm, mhm.
Just say, I
Yeah,
want
I
a
see that.
2,500-gallon tank, and
Mhm.
I see the propane trucks occasionally here because there are a lot of people who live out in the Cascades and the foothills that's how they heat their house is
Mhm.
with propane, and they'll
Yeah.
come drive right out to your place and fill it up for you.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing if you can do it. Well, why not?
yeah.
Mhm.
And what's cool is what some in some areas they're allowing them to bury the tank, but it's got to be in a vault.
I see.
So basically, there's two access points. One is right above they bury the tank goes in a vault, has an extension on the
Mhm.
valve head on it, part of it, so they can fill it and everything else. And farther away, there's like a manhole cover it opens up that they go down to inspect everything.
Oh,
Rachel,
okay.
right?
Well,
And then of course it has the little pipe coming up way off away from it for air exchange on it in case any
it's not a bad thing, for that if you can afford it, because it's out of sight is out of mind.
yeah.
People don't know you've got it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, did I tell you about? We talked. It's probably been a few chats ago about the outdoor pantry storage area type of thing.
I can't hear you. Sorry, someone's making noise. I mean, some.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot to carry.
She was she's in
sorry.
the stacks. She's
I
in the
forgot I
stacks.
Does she live in Florida and it's about 80 degrees down there?
Yep.
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I do.
She's in her swimsuit right now.
All right. So what were we
Really?
talking about, Josh?
The outdoor pantry type deal.
Outdoor pantry.
Yeah. Food storage. Talking about a mini shed, basically. A mini
Oh,
barn.
okay. Yeah. Some people think they'll get one of those
Thanks,
sheds,
Ken.
wooden sheds. Like from I can't think of the name of the company right now. Tough Shed from Tough Shed.
But they make like
Tough shit?
little mini
I
barn
mean,
things.
shit. Oh,
And then what they'll do is they'll insulate it and everything else, and people put their food storage in it.
Well, we talked about heat and cool, and
Right. Yeah.
I bought a
Mhm.
mini split at work. I don't know if you know what a mini split is.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
It's
They're really great for those.
it's like a heater, air conditioner,
That's what we were gonna do our
and
thing with.
yeah. So I bought one from work.
They're nice.
I think it cost me just under $1,400.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I'm going to buy a as big a mini barn, whatever you want to call it, tiny home as you can,
Mhm.
and make that food storage area.
Smart.
And that way I can keep it at whatever temperature I need to
Right.
Yeah.
be around.
What I would suggest, either for insulating it, is go ahead and use the polyurethane board.
The spray foam stuff.
Not spray foam. You can buy the polyurethane boards pre-done, like you can buy them at Home Depot and stuff.
Those
2
are-
inches, 3 inches thick, whatever, and use that in there and then spray foam around the edge of it to keep any air gap on it. Or there's an insulation material called wool rock or rock wool. That you
That's
can
really
order.
good stuff.
And that's fireproof and it's really good. It's not like fiberglass. You don't get all itchy from it. And it's a little bit more, it's more expensive than fiberglass, but it's a lot better and has better insulation properties.
Is that like the
Well, I thought about
Havelock
having a
wool?
spray foam company come in here and just doing that. Do you have a company come in and spray foam it
Benny
and
spray
see me
foam
going with it?
Yeah.
has gone up so much money. It's crazy. It's crazy. You
What's
know that little tiny home that we had that's like 700 square feet.
Hmm.
You're looking at $5,000 just to spray foam that thing.
Yo.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
have a connection for that too, so
That's
I
good.
can
Nice.
I can get like what they have left over from and have them come in and just we got. It's gonna take. It might take. If it takes me 10 times to
Can
get
you
it
have
done,
them come over to our place when we do our house?
Right?
Because that's going to cost like $10,000 for our house.
well, Laura, you know,
Oh.
I don't know if you know or not. I've been looking at property in the other side of your state.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get too close to Memphis. Just saying. Just
It's no,
Yeah.
okay.
it's not going to be that close to Memphis, but near another person we know that we met.
Yeah.
So
They're about four hours away from us. Maybe 4.5 now.
yeah, they moved, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at moving down that way, so everything's going to happen down there, and I'm going to have my connections bring their stuff to me.
Oh.
Mhm. Right on.
Oh.
Very
Cool.
nice.
So yeah, it's that's what I'm looking at for the farm, whether the farm here or down south.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I'm going to get the biggest freaking mini barn shed thing I can find. Spray foam it.
We
take
have
it
one.
with me.
There you go.
And
Oh, I
They've
just
gone
found
up in
something
price.
Also, sheds relocated on OfferUp. You can get somebody to
Mhm.
relocate your
Can
shed.
Yeah, can you get those like Amish built sheds?
that's
Yeah,
what
you
it is,
can.
Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very all over the place in
yeah. That's what
Tennessee.
we got them sitting around here everywhere for sale.
Yeah.
or
So Laura's
rent
going to have
or
to
whatever
move to
they
the other
are.
side of the state.
Relocate them like that. Crane.
Yeah,
The containers, yeah.
Crane it in.
we need
So,
ours
Laura,
moved.
if you get in a pinch, I mean, it's going to take you 4 hours to get to me, but I can still.
Oh yeah, we'll just
Holy
put it on the
crap.
back of the pickup.
There you go. Crane it in.
Hang on, Carol. Let me make you big.
We'll put it
Look
on
at
the
that.
top. We'll put it on the top of the station wagon and bring it over to your house, Josh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it only took Mabel and
Oh.
some and what did it take? Oh man, we almost dropped that thing. We put
Oh.
logs under it. If you watch
Oh,
that
wow.
video when we
I
moved
saw
our
that.
Oh,
yeah.
tiny house, oh man, that's crazy.
I
We
meant,
put logs in front of it and
Mhm.
then had Mabel push it. And we lifted it with Mabel and 2 of those big, huge hand cranks.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I
So
didn't
yeah,
even
not
bring-
so easy to move.
I didn't bring the tiny house to me. I meant
Oh,
bring your happy behind over with a truck and get food if you need to.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. In case you need shelter or something. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
And Laura, I think you were gone earlier when I done my live. I done your sticker and showed you.
Oh, wow. You can just get a big old
Oh,
barn.
cool.
Mhm.
Is this kind of like what you guys are getting? Is a big old barn, or you decided against that? I forgot.
We are doing it's a barnuminium in name only.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's going to look like a barnuminium, but it's not like that shape. at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's going to look more like a house because
Okay.
it's got thicker walls and a barnuminium and all that.
Nice. Yeah, this one's 23,000. It says 369. That's the starting at, though. You know what that
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Next,
Can't have them here, though.
next summer, I'm going to have the concrete guys come back, and on the
Mhm.
side of the shop, pour a pad that is approximately 26 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
the length of the shop, and then when it comes out to even with the front of the shop, from the far corner, angle it over to the midpoint on the driveway, so I can drive out there to it. I'm going to bring the 2 cargo containers I have across the street over and have them set up on there.
Hmm.
And that way, it's right here. And then rather than stacking the firewood inside the shop,
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of those cargo containers, and I can just
Why not?
scoop it up, drive in with my tractor, dump it in the back, and just fill that thing up.
Uh-huh.
And that way I'm not bending over, picking up all the wood, but once to bring it in the house from out there.
Yeah. It keeps the creepy crawlies from coming out of your wood into your shop too. Because
Mhm.
Yeah.
back when I had a fireplace, those yellow jackets, they like to hibernate in wood piles and bring blocks of wood in for the fire. And next thing
Out they
you know, that happened more than
Fortunately
once.
here,
You know?
this wood is all fresh cut from the company. This is a tree company, and they cut all the trees they cut down. They haul it off, chop it up, and split it and sell it. And so that's what's going to. That's where I've been getting my wood from. And so the amount of spiders, most of the spiders in my wood, from where it was sitting on the driveway, are coming from off in the dirt. Oh, wood! And they just come over there because the side towards the dirt had all the spiders, and the side towards the house on the driveway didn't have hardly any spiders in it at all.
Mhm.
So
Right.
once I have that cargo container and I haul the wood in there, I'm just going to pop off a couple of the Ray fumigators and just fumigate the whole thing while they're in there.
And close it up. Mm-hmm.
Close it up and let it kill all the spiders in there. That way, when I bring the wood into the house, no spiders.
Yeah, I get it.
When I bring my wood in the basement, here where I live, when you're cutting it and splitting it, the bugs will all run out and scram, and then once they go back in, they stay there until once I throw it in the wood stove or the wood furnace. Then they are warming up. They come back out.
You're on
They
fire.
just kind of pop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to them. They all ran away, PETA. They found new homes.
They found new homes, PETA.
Somebody
Right.
rescued them right from the dinner plate.
Beneficial bugs hide in the fire in the wood.
No.
Most of the bugs I found in my stuff here are these friggin' black little ones about
Oh, good
the
question.
size of my pinky fingernail.
LG had a good question.
That are jumping, and either that or they're the stink bugs that don't fly. These are the stink bugs that crawl along and with their butt up in the air like one of the cars from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think how you fumigate a wood stove is you just burn in it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to fumigate.
No, she meant like, is it going to
No,
cause an issue in the wood stove from fumigating?
because basically the fumigator just puts off the smoke stuff and it all disappears.
Yeah.
But when I go to toss it in the wood stove it goes in the wood stove, door gets shut, and so it has to draw through the system, so it all goes up, out, and it's
Up and out. Okay, so it's not coming back into your house.
not coming back into the house, and the heat destroys the
Toxin.
chemicals left on the wood.
Burns it up.
I haven't eaten spiders, but I have eaten mealworms. Yeah. They're not
Julie,
bad.
I've heard people.
They taste like peanut oil.
Yeah, and it depends on what you fry them, and that's what I've heard too, Bob.
So can you
And I've heard people
harvest?
say crabs. They taste like crabs, the big ones.
Can you harvest
Yeah.
all those bugs and then sell them to the New World Organization?
Yeah, I think so. The
Yeah.
Build Your Burger has a buffet that we should.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we should drop them off at their buffet.
Well, that'll give me an excuse to take off all my clothes and sit in a cage and scream, "Save the insects!" Ah!
There you go, Bob. Start that organization, Bob.
My neighbor Curtis, his wife Michelle, posted a thing on Facebook
Mhm.
of 3D print
Oops.
3D printed beef,
Mm.
and
Gross.
it's like, oh hell no! Pardon my French.
Well, that was what Q said, that KFC, I guess, is doing that with some of the chicken parts.
Yeah.
I don't know how that could be cost effective though yet, unless you really are getting it
Yeah.
You would have to have a massive warehouse.
industrialized, massive, and it would have to be like maybe they're tenders. Like I can't imagine they could
I'm not sure.
do that because their chicken still has bones. It would have to be the boneless. Just thinking about that.
And everybody loves the boneless.
Yes, they do.
Think about
Boneless
that.
wings are not a thing. That doesn't happen. Sorry,
Yep.
poor bird won't fly in
Yep.
boneless wings. No.
All right, Marshmallow.
Later,
Wow.
Marshmallow.
Good night.
Marshmallow.
Right, that ain't beef.
Right, Lewis.
You know, I just realized, Bob, you could rename the group. Well, you could name the group Beta or Beacha, because it's not PETA anymore. Just something like that for the acronym.
I just want to take.
I was walking around my property the other day, and there were so many crickets popping up. I'm like, oh man, I could harvest these things.
You can.
Yeah.
You know what you can do too is if you're really bored one night, just give Chris a whole container of them and help him find your spiders and just feed the spiders in your garden. A little
Yeah.
treat for doing the job.
Yeah, you could do that.
Thank you, good spider. No, not that one with the 8 on the back.
I just wanted an excuse where I can get naked and be in a cage on a sidewalk.
There you go.
Paint my hair green.
We'll
or
dress you like a
something.
spider, though, Bob. We'll have to, you can be naked underneath, but the top has to look like a spider. And then when you go up like this, like
Oh, it's so funny. I was like,
flash them all.
I was cleaning up my sweet potato bed, and
Wrong.
there's a toad in there, and he
Oh.
just kept on bouncing around. So I'm like, okay, let him out. And I'm like, thank you, Toad.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
can't
Toad,
pick our
for
toads up.
eating all these bugs that were in here.
Oh,
I've seen quite a few
Jeez.
of them here on this property. I don't know if they're
That's good.
little tree frogs or if they're. I guess they're little. I'm just going to call them tree frogs, but they're all over the property here. And it's like, hey, peace, dude, man,
Yep.
you
There might be a
go get them,
special
buddy.
Western
Do
toad.
what you do.
Do what you
Okay.
do.
Frogs suction to things. That's how you know the difference. They're really
Yeah, tree
usually
frogs,
suction to
suction.
something.
And they're green.
this was from
Or they can be brown.
Reuters.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think it's both because I can hear some of them up in the trees, and there's others that live down on the ground that are brown
Yeah,
and
the
black.
ones in the trees, they chirp
Oh,
sometimes
tree people,
too,
yeah.
the tree frogs.
Yes,
All right,
they
here's the post from Reuters, and I'm going to play this and make sure you get it in the right spot there where I can do it here. Actually, I'm going to put everybody on the side again.
Oh,
Okay,
you have a geothermal greenhouse? Cool.
so I'll make sure it's right. So watch this.
Oh no. No. That's wrong. Okay, at least it's ugly too.
Israeli
You know-
company redefined meat.
No,
Just leave it alone.
that's right.
Just leave it alone.
What did they just put in there? Did I hear that right?
Yeah,
I
what
see
did
that
they
right?
make it out of?
Is it made of meat or is it made of something else?
Yeah, what is it made of?
I'm
I've
New
heard
meat.
this.
Maybe vegetables?
No.
Probably vegetables. Yeah.
Probably vegetables.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself
That actually looked like a tenderloin almost. Like cooked
Yeah.
though, not raw.
Mhm.
so yeah. So anyways, what I'm going to do is those that follow me on Facebook,
Hmm.
I'm going to share this
Wow, that's messed up.
to my feeds.
Oh, he's showing how you can change the look of it. Because yeah, whoever drew that steak for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's it is. I shared it out there, and so it's an Israeli company doing it. So I'm not sure what's all about it and how it works. I just thought it's like, oh hell no.
Kalen's saying proteins and
agree.
amino acids.
I agree, LG. That's not real food to me.
No, that's not real food.
If you want-
Proteins and amino acids
I'd
is
rather
what I
go
think that is.
Shopping at Skinner's and get some meat.
Now, my daughter was
Right?
vegan, and she turned me on to
Woman
some of the meatless
That was
stuff
our deal.
made, and it was actually pretty good. I'll be honest
It
with
is.
you. It was pretty tasty. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You gotta be careful though what they're putting in there to
I
make
know.
it taste
Yeah.
like meat.
I
It's
know.
usually soy that they've
Yeah.
really messed around with. Because I used to love the Morningstar sausage, the
Yeah.
the patties.
Yeah, I used to like that too.
They were good, but I wonder if my hormones and my body, like I screwed up my body eating it so much.
Yeah,
I know you're vegan. I'm sorry. Or vegan. Vegan.
I used to like Morningstar sausage too, stuff and everything, but it all of a sudden, after about 6 months, it was like it's something.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah.
Changed. Yeah, I think they changed their recipe.
well,
But
that
the soy isolates were bad.
that soy sauce. I mean, I had an acupuncturist. He was an American guy. He studied in China, Japan, and Korea.
Yeah.
And he told me just stay away from soy. He called it garbage. But
Yeah.
he said that traditionally in China, when they would have a citywide festival, the women would feed the men soy milk, this to kind of feminize them down a little bit so they wouldn't get in so many fist fights. But he told me straight out, don't eat soy. It's garbage. Leave it
Wow.
alone.
Hers
you
is
know?
the real deal, man. Holy cow.
Yeah.
They got some strong soy over there in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Julie? M&M's. Well, like we were talking about Hershey's. A lot of that is coming out of Mexico, and they're adding stuff to it that isn't like the old Hershey's.
Oh,
Like
man.
I had a friend who I forget what it was. It might have been the Reese's when they first started doing it. She got sick from it, and she had never gotten sick from like Reese's in her life. But she said that was the only thing that had changed.
That they use soy.
Oh, soy, or they just added something like how Gil and we were all talking about the corn syrup solids and corn syrup thing and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I just looked at that. My mom got her Ensure, the clear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jello before you make it. It's like that strong. But are you going, Josh?
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, anyway, I looked on the label and sure enough, it's corn syrup solids, and that's what they would put in baby formula too.
Mm.
So yeah, and that turns off your thing that tells you when to stop eating. All the corn syrups I thought did that to a certain extent. No, high fructose corn syrup definitely does. It's called Guarolin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep, that's gross for sure.
Oh, that's what you're saying, Billy, that they're just too expensive. That's why they're doing away with them, because it's hard.
Yeah.
He's even saying it's an expensive animal. Okay.
Yeah. Well, like for me here, with the land I have, I can graze cattle here. I can buy a newborn in the spring.
Yeah.
And graze it all until October, and butcher it, and not have to pay for any feed.
Well, there you go. That'll also enrich your land. That would be great.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the ones like Deep South has, like a smaller cow?
Everyone around, a lot of them around here have Black Angus.
Oh, nice.
And so I'll just pick up from one of our neighbors because it was all the time I see it on Facebook here for I Love Firth, Shelley Marketplace. I mean, people say, all right, I got calves for sale.
Yeah, do your homework though before you bring one home, because they so many of them die.
Yeah.
Because of they get bloat in their stomach. And
Oh yeah, The horses used to get that like a sand bloat, like
Yeah.
if you get too much sand or dirt exposed
And
on
if you
your
don't get the
land.
right formulas and you don't mix it or get the right mix or, you
Yeah.
know, and
Scary.
learn how to deal with that before it happens, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. One of the things I'm going to be putting out here is I'm going to be putting seeding the field out here with cowpeas, alfalfa, clover, and straw hay.
Did you
Yeah.
Always
happen
it's a
to
nice
see
mix.
Joe's what he found?
Try the
Somebody-
new anus pounder.
Yummy.
Yeah, I think they ran short on the G's, or
Yeah,
somebody,
they got the cheese.
or somebody really wanted to quit McDonald's and wanted to
No, I don't want it. No.
Wait.
a quarter pounder.
Okay, I'm going to get myself in trouble for this one. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Was that the McDonald's in San Francisco?
You'd have them lining up for that job, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I couldn't resist that one. Having lived in Northern California, and watched it go.
Yeah. Although I have to say, the gays can bring up a neighborhood.
They
Just
can.
saying.
They
They
are
can
creative,
really
intelligent
bring-
people. Hmm.
Yeah, and with those two incomes, they can afford to fix up the houses. Like we have areas that are mostly all gay, and they brought them back from the brink of becoming like crack houses and like that kind of area. They fixed them all up, and it's
Well,
kind of revitalized. But only for
yeah.
it's basically only then the gays will move into that
And
area.
they're great decorators, right?
Well,
Yeah, they
it's true.
redecorated it.
It's true. They're very intelligent, very creative, and that's what
Mhm.
upset me about that. Remember the Summer of Love when they took over that autonomous zone in Seattle? That
Mhm.
was the area that they took over, and these gay couples had been
Really?
working very hard on that area to restore it because it was an old part of Seattle. They restored it. They
Oh.
made it into businesses, and it was
Mhm.
nice.
I
But-
wonder if there was anybody in that area that makes me think about you
Sympathetic.
saying that
Mhm.
wanted that land,
Yeah, it could be,
like a
or
corporation that wanted that area or a
it
part of it.
could be that, or there was probably a lot of them who were sympathetic to it, to the cause.
True, and they had a lot in that area already.
Come on in, and
Yeah.
let's
Try it
let's
here.
because I hate that Donald guy so much, and
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
wound up.
What's interesting though is Donald had, what was it? The gay. He had somebody in the White House that was gay, and he even came out and said, "I'm gay, guys, and I'm working for this president."
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, you're not correct on your assumptions of him.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyway, that veered off the beaten path.
kind of went on a sidetrack, didn't it? But I agree. Gays are creative. They're good. They're smart
They'll
people.
rescue certain areas. Yeah,
Yes, they do.
They'll rescue certain areas from the brink of going bad. We'll say going real bad, being crime infested.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Billy,
there
it is.
are some
No, so
other
is
problems I've seen from Northern California.
So it's
When you get the
gossiping is a sin too.
the he she's,
Just saying.
the she males, transvestites go into an area, and they try to make it up, but it just everybody kind of goes, and then all the druggies come in after them.
Oh, awful.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wanted to show you guys that I don't want to show you an address, but I got a package in the mail, and I don't know if you can read what the little things say.
Hang on for.
Practical use only.
What does
Can
it
you
say?
imagine who that might be from?
For-
My friend,
Preparation H.
Troop Queen.
okay.
I told her that to put them on packages. She had gotten those for, I guess it was some test or something, medical
That's
test.
so funny.
I said, you got to put them on packages as you send them out. It's only appropriate.
Imagine what your mailman thinks.
Yeah.
True. He's like, that's huge. The package is quite large,
Oh,
so
wow.
I can only imagine what he might think. Like,
It's a
dang.
hose. It's a hose.
That might be an anal double pounder.
Possibly. He's probably thinking I'm, doing those colonics like the fancy people go out and do.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Pouring my
probably what
coffee
he's
up in
really
my
thinking.
That reminds me, I got
coffee colonic. Ew.
from Kaiser, where we used to have in Oregon. They sent me one of those
For rectal use only.
rectal test kits
Oh,
in the
yes.
mail because
Nice.
I'm of age,
Yes, I am too. You probably should do that.
So I don't go to them anymore. I'm not in Oregon to do that. So I'm like, okay, what do I do with this?
Good night, Mary Beth.
Use it and send it back anyway.
Yeah.
Here you go. My insurance doesn't cover you anymore. I don't even live near you at all.
But it's a full
I wanted
box.
to be obedient and do the test you sent me.
Put the dog's poo in it.
But dog do. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I'm
You can't read
but
it.
then
I
I'll
know,
probably
Marvel.
be in jail for something,
Here you go.
Hang on. There we go.
Oh my God.
There's quite a few of them too. I would say there's at least 8 of them.
And it's funny, it shows the back of someone's pair of pants.
What? Yep.
Pants. Now, are those Carol? Are those under?
There's 12 of them.
Are those under the?
They're under the tape, yeah, so you can't take them.
Oh, that's so.
He really thought about it.
Oh, that's
Really.
So you can't reuse them.
Whoever did that,
Yeah, I
that's
don't think
beautiful.
I can. I probably could order some online, though. I might, maybe, or something. Some other sticker that's even better. You like that, Billy? Colonics? Yep. Some of the naturopaths like those colonics. In all honesty, there was a diet going around for like super health nuts, and my husband's roommate did it. And I was like, oh, I think I want to do that. And we were newly married. And the guy wasn't living with us anymore. And I was like, kind of, yeah, we'll do it. And then we got all this stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing that. It involves colonics. God bless my husband, because we got all this stuff. He's like, well, I guess I'm doing it.
Oh my goodness.
He did it twice.
Have you heard of the coffee colonics for that extra boost of energy?
Yeah, just put some coffee in your butt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
it does just fine going through this
years
way.
ago. It was big in at the party scene over in San Francisco and stuff. They had anal shots.
Cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
So it's like
an
I've heard of that.
Alcohol in a syringe.
Alcohol.
You know why? It's so nice and absorbent down there. It
goes right into your bloodstream.
It's called a bum. It's called a bum bang.
Yeah.
Right up your butt and squirt it in. Well,
alcoholics actually do it.
That's right.
They've got to reuse the syringes, I would think, too. I hope not.
Probably.
I've heard they also have used that same method for heroin. And,
drugs. I would think so.
Yeah, because it doesn't leave any track marks,
like
and they
suppository. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
Whoopee!
sense.
What's wrong with being sober once in a while?
I pray to God that's the one thing I do not have to do is do that with my mom. Any of the suppository stuff.
It's really not as bad as you think.
Okay, but
it's not actually doing
her.
That is not bad. It's the mess afterwards.
Yeah, that's no fun. But I mean, for her, I can't imagine because my mom's still a little bit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully by that time.
Yeah.
So to stay nice and warm this winter, you can use the you can use the Mr. Heater, or you can get the anal shot for alcohol to warm your butt up.
Nice.
I like how he froze after
light a lighter in between, though.
Are you at home bored? Have you ever heard of a bum bang?
That could be something else as well.
Yeah.
Brian, can you turn up your volume just a tad?
I don't know. How would you do that?
All right. Down below, where it says you have like your mute button or your settings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Click on settings.
Okay.
Go to audio, and then down at the bottom there it has it says mic volume.
You see the audio on the
Yeah, I
left
see it.
side?
How about that?
A little better, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
great.
There.
You were so much lower than all of us.
You're right,
Okay.
Kaylin. It went
That's
went
probably why nobody
sideways.
ever hears me.
Yep.
It
Probably.
did go sideways, Kaylin. It did. You know. Yeah.
What?
But don't forget your propane.
This is going
Put your
sideways.
bum-
Just kind of
Keep your
put it
bum
back
warm.
on. Put it back
It
on the
wouldn't-
track.
It
Some of
wouldn't.
that you wouldn't want it to go sideways.
Ow!
Exactly.
Ow!
Oh,
Good job, Brian.
that'll get into the bloodstream real fast. You put it sideways.
Mhm.
Yay!
My wife is a nurse and works at the hospital, and she says there's a lot of things that people come in there for to get removed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've heard stories too. I
Yeah.
have too. I've heard stories. Oh
Bob's
boy.
significant
Well,
other works medical too.
People like to stick up
has
things
stories.
up all kinds of orifices.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm,
They're just
mhm.
into the
Including
orifices.
gerbils.
Yes,
With
I
their
was getting
hands
ready to
tied
mention
together.
that one. We have a local weatherman, and I don't know if it's true at all, but when he first came to our area, that was what went around, that somebody that worked in a hospital knew that this was to be true, and that he went to get a gerbil removed.
I don't know.
Now,
They said that
like I
about
say,
Richard
I don't know
Gere
if it's
years
true.
ago.
Yeah, I heard the Richard Gere thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one about Richard Gere went around.
Do you know how they get the gerbil in there? But I am a pervert, but I do not do this. But I did look
Very
into it.
carefully?
They use like a pipe or something.
Right.
They'll stick like a PVC pipe or whatever.
Yeah, I heard it.
Gerbil.
I heard it was a
Why?
Pyrex glass, and then well, I'm going to get to that. It was a Pyrex glass tube
Yeah.
to put it way in there, put the gerbil in there, and if he doesn't crawl inside, you put some heat underneath that glass pipe so he
Nice.
runs away from
The heat.
the heat.
Why
Yeah,
the heck would they
that's-
want a gerbil in their butthole in the
That's the
first place?
depravity of some people.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it gets in there and it nibbles around.
Ew.
Have you ever seen their little claws on those little rodents, man? I mean, that thing's in there scrambling around
No,
and
they,
stuff.
from what I heard, they basically they get they clip
They
them
declaw it or something.
and tie them together. So all they have is front and back legs going, and they get in there, and once they start losing air, they start twitching.
Oh, gee. Oh, no.
Does anybody else want to try this now?
That's what I heard from
Okay.
a friend who worked in the hospital in San Francisco.
You okay? Laura's gonna vomit.
Okay,
Yeah, just
All
all right,
do
let's get back on track. Off of the sick perverts here. So,
Oh,
Bob,
my
how many cameras are you putting up around your house for your perimeter and stuff?
You've got 80 people watching now. Don't change it.
Oh boy! I'm getting a
Yeah,
couple
drink.
more, and then
did
some all sorts of more motion detectors and all that stuff. Yeah, but I really don't need them
Is that maybe
because
Yeah,
all my
man.
neighbors have got cameras, and I mean there is no way you can move anywhere on this block without somebody seeing what you're doing,
That's awesome.
front or back, doesn't matter.
My neighbors have
You know-
cameras too, but you know what? I've taken their dogs back to their backyard multiple times. Got to make sure their cameras work.
Mhm.
Oh, I got friendly with a black lab the other day. I threw the ball for him. He's a neighbor's black lab.
Oh, nice.
And today, you know, I
Did
think
the kitty come back?
I think
I
the wife over there is a
Oh,
drinker, and you know she usually throws the ball for him for a little bit, but she
Yeah.
didn't today, and they just let him run around a little bit. And he knew me, so he comes running over. Hi,
Mhm.
and
Oh.
give him some.
Never know.
thumps
Maybe
and
she just
stuff,
has
you know.
MS or something. Never know.
No, because I heard her the other day when she came home. I need
Oh.
some wine right now. I'm like,
Okay, so you do know.
Yeah, I was wondering why she looked a little older than what she is. You know,
That'll do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
It
that'll
will do it,
Mhm.
that'll do it.
fortunately.
You don't have any cams, Billy. Yours are probably just on the inside of wherever you
They have
are.
a string tied to its leg.
Kidding.
I know.
What was that bit, Brian? It
Oh,
was-
dog?
Idaho Garden Girl said, "Do they ever think about how they'll get that gerbil out?" I said, "I think
course
they
not.
tie a string to its leg or something."
There's
Yeah,
gotta be
actually,
something.
gerbils have a tail that's
Yeah, or a tail.
yeah, they have a tail that's thicker
Okay.
than like a mouse. That might be also why
just-
they allow it to go up there because it's
I
got a
just,
tail like that.
okay. You
Gerbils
ever heard of
bite.
Jack Kevorkian?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Doc? Okay, I think they need to send in Dr. Jack Kevorkian into someone. Okay, this
In
is
the
your
ER.
yeah.
Yes.
He-
Oh,
Make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
it's just a special area in the hospital for people. Yeah.
There's
to
just some things you can't
be
unknow.
admitted.
There's just some things you can't unknow, and I didn't want to know.
I didn't
But
have
just
it,
think
but
now,
I was
Laura, if that
walking
ever
drinking
comes up in
water.
trivia, you got it.
Oh, sure, these are the people I hang out with. Yeah.
Well, that's how I learned about this stuff was at Boeing, and people talking about gerbils, and someone knew a little bit, and like, no, it's all wrong. Just don't do that.
Do not do that.
Because so one of my friends that worked at one of the hospitals over in San Francisco,
Uh-oh.
that worked over in San Francisco, she said, "What's bad is when the gerbils, when they don't cut the claws right, and they get loose,
Oh.
the hand, their paws get untied or whatever, and then they go, yeah,
Oh,
Scratch their way out.
bleeding.
Yeah,
That's
lots of
soft
bleeding.
tissue, man.
Well, can you
And lots of
imagine
induction.
what's under a gerbil's nails?
Oh,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they roll in their
Just
own
thinking of the
poo.
biochemistry
their
of
own.
all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most rodents are always
They pee
leaving
on
a trail of
themselves.
urine. They're always
Always. It's their nature to mark their
nature.
territory.
Yeah,
pee poop,
To
pee
mark
poop, pee poop, pee
where
poop,
they've
pee poop,
been
pee poop.
too. Yeah.
Mhm.
No. I've also heard that they put them inside of a condom first,
Yeah.
and then,
Oh,
like,
gerbil.
Yeah.
All right.
He's probably thinking, "What did
Hey,
I do to get sent to hell?"
Are we on
Paging-
Gil's channel? Is this Gil's
Paging
channel?
Dr. George
Yes,
Jack
it's
Kevorkian.
Well, he started talking about medical for shift, so
Paging Dr.
Alright.
Jack Kevorkian to the ER, gerbil
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
All right, Bob. Here you go. Here is the defense innovation from Umarex. It's the 68 caliber home defense shotgun. It basically produces 16 joules of energy.
Mhm.
You can get the rubber hard plastic bullets for it, or you can get the salt supplied pepper spray and tear gas rounds for it.
Oh, sweet!
Well,
I need
I'm
that.
looking at some paintball guns right now, and I've got an air compressor, so if anything needs to be recharged with no problem, just get an adapter. But I want one that's got a very large hopper on it, and just hit them and 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 hit him and hit him.
Yeah.
I like
After
that
6
idea.
years of this guy stalking me, we're
Wait,
not
what was
gonna
that called?
no holding back.
All right. Others.
What was it called? The defense what? Oh, I just spelled defense wrong.
Okay. It's the defense innovation from Umarex. Hang on, let me put it back up here. And I will go into the pistol itself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they've got different styles.
Mm-hmm. This is the 2-barrel, like the old sawed-off shotguns, but it's CO2 powered. And Dave Southern Ohio Prepping had the revolver version of it.
Yeah, I see that one. That's $10
And
cheaper.
he got the kit, the aftermarket kit to take it from. I think the other one is hang on. This one, from 11 joules for the revolver down here. He got the aftermarket kit to make it 16 joules for the revolver as well.
So what do you do? Do you hook one of these little red jobbies up to that, or does it have a CO2 cartridge in it? Like,
all right, so
what's powering it?
All right, so in the handle of these, you see the little knob at the bottom there of the handle. That's the CO2 cartridge lock-in. So it's
Okay.
CO2 powered. But this red thing here is a stainless steel ball in a plastic sabot. So it really and out.
Yeah.
The only
I think-
thing I don't like about this here
Uh-huh.
is that if you are up against somebody who has a real weapon, they're going to see this and shoot you.
Yeah. That's true.
That's what I don't like about it.
Well,
Yeah,
this
that's
this is your less than lethal stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
But they're
But
going
I
to kill
guarantee
you.
you, if you hit them with six rounds of the pepper spray tear gas, they're going to be tearing up where they can't see and
Disoriented. Yeah.
distorted
But
and
if-
everything else. And
But if
give
they
you
have a
chance to get away.
weapon, they're gonna
They're gonna-
shoot you.
they're going to
because
shoot you.
you're-
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm thinking about getting a paintball thing and come up with a bracketry to attach this to it directly to the gun, and maybe so that I just stun them with the paintballs and then just blast them with this stuff. Marks you too. It's got color on it, and I've seen this. I saw this used in the riots in Portland and Seattle by the police. That I remember seeing the biggest, strongest bull in the
Justin
world
Green.
coming right at the police, and he got a face
Hey,
full of this
Justin.
stuff, and it's over.
Log in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
on
that's
a
that.
computer,
Now,
so-
I'm going to take that
Yeah.
lady's suggestion very seriously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Because eventually this maniac is going to make a move on me.
Yeah.
And if I can stop him in the front yard before he gets in the building, that's what I'm going to do.
Billy has a question, Bob. He says he has a good friend that worked at Boeing. He lets me borrow his 69 Jaguar. It's green. Does that ring any bells? You know anybody who used to have a Jaguar at Boeing that was green?
A guy in Seal Shop. His name was Leonard. He had a couple of Jaguars. Yeah, black guy, about 6'3", coolest guy in the world.
Yeah, Billy didn't want to ask again. Like if you didn't want to answer, you didn't want to ask again. There you go, Billy.
Mhm.
Is that your guy?
Yeah, he had Jaguars, and that was his thing. That was his car, and he would take those and remove the Jaguar engine and put a General Motors 350 engine in it, because their engines are not terribly reliable.
Yeah.
So, but he had a side job. He had a side business as a reupholstering furniture. So he would redo the interior himself on those Jags, and man, they were beautiful.
Wow.
My signals. I just had crackling in my line again. I don't.
He was one of those guys. You meet a few of them in your life who never got upset, never got mad, never, just real calm, collected guy. I mean, really cool guy.
I think I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and start a fire in my paint can stove and make some more
I thought you were
charcoal.
saying your pants.
You
You said I'm gonna go start a fire in my pants.
I'm gonna
Oh,
turn
no,
on some
yeah,
brown
no,
ladies.
All right. I got a video here I want to show you guys. This is Maccabee Speed. He does air rifle reviews and everything else. This is the coil accelerator, and he's about ready to do it. It has 3 modes: single shot, full auto,
Yeah.
and shotgun. Shotgun is a lot faster, but it's like 5 shots in an eighth of a second.
Mhm.
And take a while. Well, it goes back to the target. Watch the target here.
It hits hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it just
It's hard.
But look, go back at it again. Look what
I
it
didn't
did.
see it.
Did that target? Watch the target. 5 shots, just boom, eighth of a second. And these things weigh. Shoot, I mean, pull off that.
That's the one that has the metal discs,
Discs,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And the discs are.
That'd be so painful.
Hang on here. What is it? The discs are.
Are they thick?
Is
Like,
it lethal at all though? 'Cause
yeah. Is it like cut? Is it thin disc that it can cut into?
Let's see if I can show you the disc here where he shows it.
You need to make Chinese stars.
They're kind of like a tiddlywink thing, where it's twice as thick as the tiddlywink chip.
Tiddlywink chips. Okay, it's twice as thick as that, so it could hurt. I don't know if it'll.
It definitely hurts. It's made to. It's less than lethal to subdue somebody. All right, here we go.
I don't know. Sounds like you could still.
There we go.
Hit somebody.
There's the disc that he has there.
Like a nickel.
Yeah.
Coin,
Nickel.
Like a nickel or so.
Gonna
There it
kill
is.
you with all
Looks
these
about like
nickels.
a watch or a battery, watch battery or something.
Looks like
Yeah.
it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks
but
like a Tums.
It's steel.
No. It looks like.
The old school Tums. Dipped in silver.
Mhm.
Hang on, where was it?
Yep.
It was under.
Well, guys, I'm gonna bounce and go make
You're
some
going more
charcoal
into
and my paint can stove out in the backyard. So
Oh, have a
Peace.
good time, Bob.
peace out, everybody.
Okay, take later,
Good to
Bob.
meet you, Brian. Later.
Bye, Laura.
All
Love
right.
you.
So where is it here? I'm finding it here. So it weighs, the projectile weighs 0.63 ounces. So about half an ounce, a little bit more than half an ounce. And it's
Billy,
full
you
of-
did say his name. I don't know if there's a delay with side. Oops. I
Whose
lost
name?
it for a second. I said Billy. I was letting Billy know that Bob said the name of the guy. So you might have to go back in the video. What?
But-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I saw the side chat.
Yeah. But for me, I've been looking at the pre-charged pneumatic rifles, and they're like anywhere
Yeah.
from $1,000 up to $3,000 for different ones.
What?
And for less than lethal, this thing at 1,600, and you can totally recharge it in an hour, and it on a charge will fire off 700 rounds.
Wow.
And so and the magazine holds 25 on one side. So you fire it, turn it around, and it fires off, and it's another 25 that fast.
Wow.
But it's listed as less than lethal.
I would imagine though, if you pound somebody in the same place
It's going to
a
hurt
few
you.
times, yeah, it's going to break through. One
They
of them is.
probably are moon over Miami, but how would you find them?
Yeah, true.
They wanted to know if they were reusable, but
That's not
unless you were shooting in a range
Yeah.
or something.
Well, if you're firing at a person, they bounce off the person. The person's rolled up, and they're all going to be laying right there in front of them.
Well, yeah, maybe.
But
I mean, I don't know. I think if I'm going to be wanting to protect myself, I'm going to want my handgun, if I'm carrying. And, if they're not, threatening your life or great bodily harm, then you don't do anything,
Yeah.
You call the law, say, hey, they're on my property, what have you. But
yeah. Well, this is actually good for California because it's not an air rifle, it's not a firearm, it's less than lethal, and if someone's breaking into their house, I guarantee you, if you pull that trigger on shotgun mode, which shoots out 5 of them in an eighth of a second, and you go 25 hits just like that, the person, you're probably going to stop the person and they're going to retreat.
But
unless they're on
do
drugs.
you want them to retreat? If they're in your house, do you want them retreating? You want them able to retreat?
If you're a person who doesn't want to kill somebody, and some people don't want to take a life, but if this is
I don't want to either.
Yeah.
But I don't want mine taken.
Yeah. Right. But if it's somebody breaking in and stuff, and they're bigger than you and stuff, and they're being mouthy and everything, it's threatening verbally, you don't know whether they're going to carry it out or not, but they're threatening, say, I'm going to beat your ass, I'm going to da-da-da-da-da, and you hit them a couple times of that, and also, most of the times, unless they're a real hard case, they're going to turn around and leave. and then then the police can come and take it. He came in, less than lethal stuff, projectiles. He left. Here's the camera footage. This is what he looks like. This is what he's wearing.
Mm. Yeah, you gotta have all that other stuff in place. But I get both too. Like, to be totally honest, they don't tell us outright.
Yeah.
When you get a medical marijuana card in any state, you are still responsible to the federal government when it comes to the laws of having a gun and using certain drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot go out and purchase a gun with a medical marijuana card.
Right.
And they do, yeah. But so for somebody like that was stuck in that kind of position, I could see, Gil, how that would be good to like have it. But otherwise, like Brian, if I'm going to shoot at somebody in my house, I want them gone.
Yeah, I have the 12 gauge, the 410, the 223.
You've got plenty.
30. Yeah. So I got my choice of stuff, but
he was a high up Billy. I don't know. I don't remember.
But yeah, I mean, I let my card go so I could get my concealed carry.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted it, and the other wasn't doing any better than anything else ever helped me. So
it just helps me with anxiety. My pain is not much.
Yeah, see, I've got a lot of pain, and nothing else has ever helped.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, maybe that is the answer, but it wasn't. So
I'm sorry. I did. I'm sorry. Sorry, I woke my husband up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My house echo.
Oops.
See you next. I may be in jail next time. But yeah, it didn't offer much pain relief, and that's what you needed it for. Was that? Okay. Yeah.
But, like I say, I mean, I can see both sides, like you said, but if I'm sitting here in my chair and somebody breaks in that door, I don't want to hit them with a paintball pellet or a little disc, because they might have the real thing. Yeah. And that pellet might just piss them off.
Yeah.
And their buddy might be right behind them.
True.
With a real thing.
True.
So.
Yeah, and the problem with this type of weapon for me is when I went through the academy and everything else, I got I was nicknamed Headhunter because on all the targets and stuff, I wasn't hitting the center mass. I was hitting between the eyes.
Yeah.
And so if I had something like that, my instinct will be a headshot, and 5 shots to the head, I'm going to be putting out eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
like,
my thing about that is now I got blood and guts and brains all in my house.
Yeah.
But it won't be my blood and guts and brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Krav Maga, it's like basically make them sorry that they picked you. And wear that attitude too, as they decide.
If more people did it,
bring it.
It would prevent. I mean, not 100%, of course, but
Yeah.
a lot of stuff would stop if you knew you were going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like with the corporal punishment in my book, hangings or.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bring back hangings. Do it out there at the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Get people gathered around like they did in the 1800s and watch something like that. You'd think twice. You'd be like, I ain't going doing that crap and getting hung here at the town square.
Yeah, back in the.
They have to start with Washington, though, Brian, so they won't.
Oh, yeah. No, it'll never happen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, back in the 70s, I forget, I can't remember the name of the 2 towns. I'm pretty sure it was in Illinois. The one town, larger town, passed the law prohibiting anybody to own firearms in the town. The town 4 miles down the road passed a law requiring anyone over the age of 21 to own a pistol, anyone over the age of 18 to own a rifle or a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
unless you've been convicted by a lot,
Yeah.
prohibited. And almost immediately,
Mm-hmm.
the town that banned firearms, their burglaries and robberies went through the roof. The other town disappeared.
Wow.
And when and the police caught some of the bad guys doing stuff and everything, they wait, you're from this town down here. Why aren't you hitting your own town? He
Yeah,
goes, no, everybody on there has a gun. I don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
that's right.
So he went to the place where nobody was supposed to have a gun.
Yep. Yep.
Well, everybody wants to blame guns, but if you want to hurt somebody, kill somebody, you're going to do it with whatever you got.
Yeah.
I mean, you think over there, where was it, England, where the guy went and stabbed several people. He
Yeah.
didn't have guns, he stabbed them.
People run over people too, and they don't take
Right.
away their cars.
People use pressure cookers and make bombs at the
Yeah.
Boston
There you go.
Marathon. And
Mhm.
Yeah. When I went through the police academy, the DIs in the academy and stuff were when they got the firearms portion, pulled out an FBI report for the previous 10 years. Every year, there are more people killed by kitchen knives than by firearms in the United States.
Believe
Wow.
it. And probably a crime of passion too, because stabbings are personal usually. They know the person and want to take the person out.
yeah.
No, we're not talking street knives and fighting like that. This was
Yeah.
kitchen knives.
Yeah. So probably a lot of domestic
Mhm.
stabbings.
That does seem like it would be a lot, though, to be more than shootings, but
Yeah, it does.
and
No,
you don't
but,
hear
yeah.
about that too much,
Yeah. And just because,
Because they don't want you to.
Be curious where the numbers are on that, Gil, like as far as across the United States.
yeah. Well, actually, it is, I'd probably say it was, pretty much, by population. Denser
Yeah.
populations had higher things. So what
Yeah.
was interesting, like sub one was talking about street gang. There were more street gang killings with knives than there were with guns, by almost 2-1.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, they all carry a knife, but
Yeah,
not all carry a gun.
exactly. And a lot of sometimes they go to get somebody, they get in a crowd and they stick them in, keep on
Or
walking.
they're gone, yeah. So I don't know who it is. Yeah. But what was I going to say about that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Didn't know that, LG.
All righty, let me bring that up.
I was going to say down here, they used to have, didn't they have a law where it was like, if you're carrying a gun, the law is like you're in a lot more trouble. So the gang violence that way might also be those that refuse to carry a gun because they know they're going to be committing crimes.
Yeah. Well, the thing with along with that is that picked up in certain areas, the ones carrying the guns were the ones under 18.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
They do
because
that
they were
with
minors, they weren't going to get as big a trouble until
they
they
do that with
started,
drugs.
until they started charging the 17 and 16-year-olds. Then all of a sudden, it was the 14 and 13-year-olds that were carrying the guns.
Yeah. Yep. The girlfriends too will carry that. The ungang related girlfriends will have the stuff too. Guns or drugs.
Well, I know it's late for you, Carol,
Yeah.
and it's getting late here, and so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
It's Laura tomorrow, 2
Laura?
and 11 Eastern.
Yeah, 2 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. and 11 p.m. for her 2 different lives. Thursday night at 11:55 Eastern p.m. The Midnight Ride will kick off.
I think I'll do Friday. I don't know yet, Go.
Yeah.
It's still kind of.
If things work out, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be going live for a Friday night on the Homestead at 10 o'clock Eastern for an hour.
Okay.
And And of course, if you're up to it, you'll do Friday at
Rainstorms.
11:30.
Yeah, 11:30. Everything's copacetic on my end with mom. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, Courtney should be going live on Sunday.
Is she doing the canners on
I'm
Friday?
I'm not sure if she's doing her.
She said, I know she's exhausted from the trips.
So it depends how well she recovers. Well, she'll be doing the Blue Ribbon panel at noon.
Yeah, the canner show is Blue Ribbon Canners is at 12 noon.
At 12 noon Eastern. All righty. Next week here on Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is winter heating costs are skyrocketing, and we'll be talking about what is skyrocketing there. And then Tuesday here next week.
Kaylin wants you to add her to.
Kaylin is going live at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.
There we go. Right, Kaylin.
For her MRE reviews.
No.
Which I've never felt like eating one until I saw Kaylin's, some of the ones that she's brought out.
Actually, some of the ones from
What's
overseas.
her page? Or what's her channel?
Kaylin Strain.
That's it right there.
That's
Yeah. And so next Tuesday, the topic for next Tuesday was suggested by Rachel Knight. She was in here a little bit lurking, and she's always on Corsair Trainers channel about building your skill bank.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
hey, let's try gardening. We're just finishing up. Gil's just finishing up.
I
do that too.
Let's try about gardening. Let's try gardening. Yeah, we're kind of wrapping it up here now. So that's what's coming up. That's what we're going to be doing.
Good night,
Carol has some good videos on her for her part in. Come on, brain, work. Shed Wars.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So, all right. So, folks, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. And we'll see you around in one of our upcoming lives. Take care.
Okay. Good seeing y'all.
Be blessed.